Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today we are joined by Pidge.
Hello! I'm a level 8 rock gnome transfiguration wizard. I'm a Nuzlocke challenge character, so if I die for more than a minute, I'm dead for good.
Moka.
Hi, I'm Moka. I'm an asthma cleric. I heal people.
Manford.
Hi, I'm Manford, and I'm a rogue, 8th level, half-elf. I have a haunted background. I am red-headed, with green eyes and freckles, and I just want to be goth.
And I'm your dungeon master. Today, you are not starting your adventure in the Fire Breathing Guild Hall. You've already been given your job. You're getting paid 2,000 gold pieces each. You got half up front to go to the town of Gardilou, where there have been reports of people going missing. Right now, you are traveling there via riverboat. You are on the riverboat, the Delta Queen. She's a big steamboat, and there's a live band going. There's a gambling deck. There's porch that wraps all the way around it. It's 3 layers high. It's got the big paddle rotors in the back pushing it down this river. And you are in the southernmost tip of the continent heading to Gardilou.
Well, I'm definitely looking around and seeing if there's any pockets that need to be picked, if there's any people that need to be put in their place. And then I'm being really mysterious and dark, in spite of my pale skin.
Well, the whole entertainment deck of the ship is full of lively people, gambling, drinking, just some people dancing. The other 2 floors are mostly little hotel suites on this riverboat.
Excellent. Sounds like a lot of money on board, too.
Could be.
Excellent. I'm going to look for the poorest people on the boat that are dancing or having fun. And you said I got 1,000 gold in my pocket right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to redistribute my earnings to them 1 gold at a time just to mess with them.
All right. And while you're doing that, Pidge and Moka, what are you up to?
I'm hoping the boat is safe, so I'll be at the buffet.
Ooh.
Is there a restaurant on the boat?
Absolutely. There's a huge buffet.
I'll be there eating.
It's
Pidge?
It's crab night, but they also have vegetarian options if you want to do that.
Are the crab farm raised, caught by some, captain, or are they like imported from somewhere?
These are all caught down in the bayou that you were heading towards.
Now, is that bayou clean? Is it an oil spill of some sort, or are they like a clean bayou?
It's a clean bayou. There's no fracking or anything. It's a very natural environment.
Wonderful.
Pidge is also at the buffet. There are probably lots of tiny desserts, right?
Oh, tons. On cute tiered trays that you can just go get little cake bites or brownie bites, cookie bites, little tiny creme brulees.
Oh yeah. Pidge is definitely going to try each of the desserts.
Alrighty. So, Manford, you do see on this deck, it's more affluent people in nice outfits, but you know that there's another band on the topmost deck out in the open that has people with less wealth, your more common folk.
I am definitely going to do a little bit of evil in that I will go upstairs and distribute 20 gold pieces to the poorest without them knowing, by putting it into their pockets as best I can or into their purses. And then I'm going to come downstairs, and for every gold piece I give out, I'm going to try to refill my pocket to that same amount.
All right, we'll start with a sleight of hand to disperse wealth.
Excellent. That's a really good thing. And you know what I should have to do that? 20-sided die, and I've been playing games without 20-sided die, so forgive me. I definitely have that. All right. And let's see what my sleight of hand is. I got that so good. It's +7. Ha! With the 3 I rolled, it's a 10.
Okay. Let me just do a quick perception check for these. Yeah, this one lady sees you start to put your hand near her purse, and she clutches it close to her chest and goes, "Excuse me, sir."
Oh, pardon me. I think you dropped this. And I pop out of my hand a single gold piece and offer it to her.
She looks at you and kind of looks around to see if anybody's watching. She goes, yeah, I must have. Thank you.
You're welcome. I find this intriguing and exciting, and I want to do more of it now. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to blow my roll, and each time make it just sleight of hand into my hand and pop up and say, "I think you dropped this." This sounds like a whole new con and a new game. I love it.
All right, give me one more sleight of hand and a performance.
Ooh, I get a performance too. Nice. All right. Sleight of hand is a 16, and my performance in this case is not as good. It's only a 21. I stand corrected. It was an 18 on the die, but a +3. So there you go.
All right. You successfully pull that stunt. You said you wanted to do it 20 times in total?
Total of 20 times.
You
Yep.
do that successfully, just weaving, catching people off guard as they're dancing, cutting in for just a second, doing all of that. You
Excellent.
have distributed well.
Yay! Oh, now I want to go downstairs. Oh, I like this. This is going to be fun.
All right. Pidge and Moka, give me a perception check.
I rolled a 6 plus 4.
Nat 20.
Moka, you are just focused
Eating
on
crab.
this food. You're getting it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and you are maxing out what you can put on your plate and get as much of the good stuff as you feel like you want. Pidge, you notice.
Dun dun dun.
You notice Manford comes sliding into this main banquet hall, looking like the cat that just ate the mouse. He's very pleased with himself.
Have we
Absolutely.
met before?
Oh.
Like, are we on this mission together, or do I know Manford?
I thought you guys were, since that's normal our normal format.
Okay.
Of course we know each other. We've been in the guild hall many times together. You on one mission and me on another so often.
Oh, okay. Then I know that Manford is a rogue. And as long as people aren't chasing Manford, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Sounds like fun to me.
All right, Manford, you slink into the dancing crowd down here.
Oh, yes. I want to do this again. Can I do this again?
Yeah.
All right. So not performance, just the pickpocketing at my very best. I'm only trying to get a single gold from each one, and that was a 14.
Oh, these folks are so unaware with their 6. These rich folk are just so busy judging each other's dancing skills and outfits, and also the gambling portion of this hall is quite loud. There's a lot of activity over there, plenty of distractions.
I definitely take advantage of all of that. And also I realized I want to take one of the gold I lift from somebody, turn it into copper, try to get 20 copper at least. And then every time I take a gold, I want to put a copper in its place so I can have even more fun.
All right. Yeah, you can go to the there's a little cash out area for the gambling hall where you can break your money down to smaller increments for some of the what would be penny games in our world, just little copper games in D&D land.
I have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
This is very fun.
And Pidge casually observes all of it as she chooses with her natural 20.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to take advantage of the gambling hall whilst you are on this boat?
How much longer is the boat ride?
In-game,
Until we get to the location.
in-game, you've got a couple of more hours, but if you don't want to do anything else, out of game, we can just say you had a nice time.
I will definitely take advantage of the gambling and definitely check out the people gambling. I like to check out the people and see if anybody's being rude or snotty and just remind myself that I am on this earth to provide doom to jerks. So
I'll play roulette.
All right. There are 3 basic games that you can play on this boat because I only have mechanics for these 3 games.
Okay.
I don't have
Fair.
roulette.
very fair.
Oh, okay.
All right. There's Calliope's Gambit, and it's a card game, but out of game. It's all dice.
Okay.
There is a dice game, and there is a cool portion over to the side where people are leaning over this big trough-looking area where they are racing salamanders.
Ooh, salamanders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So, card game, dice game, racing game.
Which one has the highest odds ratio?
hey, Mansford.
Yeah.
Do you want to get me one of those salamanders and I can cast
Oh,
a spell
You're gonna steal someone's salamander?
for a minute?
Borrow, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Borrow.
cast
I like your thinking.
Expeditious Retreat on it.
You bet.
Give me
I think we can make that happen.
Give me the one with the best odds ratio. We're looking for a Santa's
Excellent.
Little Helper.
You want Santa's little helper? We'll find.
All
So I
right.
do. I put my full abilities into that. Do I need to make any rolls? Investigate or sleight of hand, stealth.
Well, you can, when you go over there, there's the salamanders that are currently being run, and behind, there's like a little half wall, kind of corner area. There's little crates that have just salamanders running around in them. They're not like in special little individual cubbies or anything. It's just a box of salamanders with like some mealworms over in the corner.
Actually, I only have Expeditious Retreat and not Long Strider, so I can only target myself. Just kidding.
So I'm standing there with a salamander in my hand, looking at you and saying, "You told me to steal this thing.
Put it back. Put
Borrow.
it back.
I gotta hide it and put it back now."
Oh no.
I picked the one that looked the skinniest and the least likely to run and the saddest and the least loved and the one who's lost every race in his life. And now you want me to put him back without the ability to win anything ever?
Mansford, give me an
cool.
animal handling check.
Yes, of course. I shall do that. Let me see what. Oh, I think I'm at -1 on animal handling. Excellent. I rolled a 7, or I have a 7 total.
It piddles all over your hand. Just
This is what I get.
and its tail
Pidge.
falls off.
Oh.
Pidge.
So it's like tail is wiggling in the palm in the puddle.
Mending.
It looks-
You know what? You should keep this. And I hand it to you.
I'm going to try to cast
Go ahead,
Mending
Pidge.
on the salamander's
okay.
tail,
All right.
and can I...
If you mend the urine into my hand, I'm going to be very, very mad.
I'm not going to do that, but...
I don't think mending works on as a healing.
The tails grow back, right?
Yeah. It'll regenerate its own tail
Can I give it a
eventually.
healing potion and put its tail next to its tail base?
It'll grow back.
I'll tell you what, you can take the healing potion and just pour a little drop of it in Mansford's hand, dip the tail stub in it, and reattach it.
Okay. And then I'm gonna tell him to put it back. So I'm gonna scratch off. I have 3 healing potions left. And sorry.
You only need a drop.
Yeah. I didn't prepare haste or long strider, just expeditious retreat. Oops.
Okay. So the card game works. It's a 10 gold buy-in, and you can raise and fold. And the winner will take 80% of the pot. 20% goes with the casino. The salamander race, you'll double your winnings, just because these aren't high-end racing salamanders, so they don't
I
each
see.
have their own specials. There's not like it's not like racing horses.
How many salamanders are there?
Oh gosh, and the big old crate, probably 100 or more. It's completely random. They just grab one, put a little dot of paint on its back, and that one's yours. And then they run. And then the dice game, is double or nothing.
As in, you had to match the number?
You have to get you roll 2d6. You have to get either a 7 or a 12 to win. And that one has a 25 gold buy-in.
It seems like the dice one is the closest to 50-50, and it's a double, so it's the closest to breaking even, because all the other ones suck.
Whoa.
And they raise 4 salamanders at a time.
4.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a 25% chance of winning, and you only get double. See, gambling is bad unless the odds are at least even, which it almost never is. And the closest one is the dice one.
Good to know.
I don't like gambling.
You don't have to
unless
gamble.
I'm gonna win.
Well, I can't not gamble, so I'm gonna do the card game because I've got some sleight of hand skills, and we'll see if I can take advantage of that. Not forcing it, just checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I ante up my 10 gold.
Right.
Because I've got 999 gold right now. Just saying.
Pull up my dice roller here. Okay, so the way this works is everybody that's playing it, there's 2 people at the table.
Okay.
You'll roll a d8, keep that number hidden.
Okay. It is hidden.
Okay. I will roll for these people.
Uh-oh. Not those people.
Those people.
I don't like those people. Arr.
Yeah, they're 2 humans, a male and a woman.
Okay.
So a Karen and a Tad.
Oh, them.
Mm-hmm. So you can choose to call right now and see their hands. You can raise or you can fold.
Oh, let's definitely raise.
Okay.
Obnoxiously happy about raising.
Okay, how much would you like to raise?
10 gold. I'll raise it. I'll double the wage.
Oh, look, Tad, he's raising. How quaint. And they both put down 10 more gold also. So
Ooh.
now you'll roll a d6.
Ooh, okay. I can do that.
Make sure you still have your number for your d8.
Yep. I rolled a 5 on my d6.
Oop. Okay, are you going to raise, call, or fold?
Ooh, raise 20.
You see Tad
Super cocky.
lifts up his cards and looks at them, and he starts to lean over towards Karen, and she goes, "No!" and smacks his hand. You're so naughty sometimes. He swirls his mustache tip. All right, now
everyone should play their own cards. I agree with you, ma'am.
Now you'll roll a d4.
Ooh, a d4.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got one of those. And mine came up a 4.
All right, as a rogue, if you want to,
Yes.
you can use your sleight of hand to see if you can swap out one of your cards. Which one of those dice rolls?
Yeah. Well, yes. I rolled 12 with sleight of hand. That's a 19.
Oh, you just beat them, just barely. But
Nice.
you caught them
Excellent.
right when they were getting snippy at each other. So which one did you replace?
I put the 5 in place of the die I had.
Okay, so what is your total that you rolled between all 3 of those?
Oh, I could only... Hold on now. I want to make sure I understand. The 8-sider that I had hidden was a 4.
Okay.
So if I wanted to replace it, I could only replace it with one of the other dice. Is that correct?
No, you could re-roll one of those.
Let me re-roll. I see. I will re-roll the die 8. And it is an 8. So I have an 8, a 5, and a 4.
That's like ace king.
I feel that way. I think it's ace, queen, jack. But yes, I agree.
You see Karen looks pretty smug as
Nice.
you put down your cards, but you did beat her. So let's see, that was...
I do stab at her just a little with, it was wise that you play your own cards and not let someone else tell you how to lose.
Well, I never. And they stand up and leave. So you just raised twice, right? So it was 30 total.
I did. Yep.
Okay. So you get 80% of 30. Which, yeah, in theory.
That would be 30, 60, 90 for 3 players?
Oh, they don't get anything.
Oh, no, but I didn't get a cut of their investment.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
So it would be 80% of 90?
It would be. You get 72 gold?
Yes. 72 gold going up on the upper deck to distribute it.
All right.
71 of it, because I want to keep my 1,000 gold total.
Do Pidge and Moka, do you want to do anything? Or are you ready to proceed onto the next phase of the game?
Where we're all going to die.
I'm ready to proceed.
I'm not ready to die, but yeah.
Everybody's got to die. We don't get to all just spend our money and have fun. There's a reckoning coming. It's coming fast.
You don't sound like someone who just won.
I think you've summed up my character.
Fantastic. The ride on the steamboat continues. You enjoy all of the foods and the drinks and the distribution and redistribution of wealth multiple times. And a good time is generally had. And no one speaks of the salamander debacle ever again.
It's fine. It's tails back on, right? It's all good.
Just a fun little salamander.
I definitely saved the urine, though.
In like a vial.
You put it.
I put it on one of my daggers and stuck it back in its sheath. Just,
Yeah. Extra
as a reminder. Yeah.
extra poisony dagger. I don't know.
No. I'm going to clean it on one of your shirts someday. You won't even know I did it, but it'll happen.
Oh, great. I'll be like, oh, he's just approaching me with that dagger to wipe salamander urine on me. Don't worry, everybody. We'd be like, but
You'll
that guy's
never
coming
notice.
at you with a knife. It's fine. I'll say to them.
You'll never see it. You'll never see it.
Oh, gosh.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
my perception's only like +1.
And my stealth is sort of high.
It's like it's your
like plus
specialty or
10.
something.
Yeah, you'd think that's what I do best.
Okay. I'll just carry a few more wet wipes. For when I become mysteriously covered in salamander urine in the future.
I like that the salamander urine is going to somehow exponentially grow.
I will be collecting
it's like an
samples of
oil
urine wherever we
that-
go. Yes.
It stays everywhere you put it. It's very strange.
Permanent urine.
It's like really strong perfumes that are made of oil that the people that put it on every single day that don't understand that it like saturates into the fibers of their clothing, so they just become more and more saturated in perfume.
Oh my gosh. I actually own a shirt that I have washed 10 times. Like, I just keep wearing it and it still smells like perfume. Like, still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people you can get behind them, like in the store or something. You can like taste it in the air. It's so much. Ah.
That's the salamander urine. It's just.
Yeah. It is now. You arrive at the river port in the city of Gardyloo. Not really a city. It's more of a town, but it's got some definite Louisiana flair to it. And you know that you need to go to the Capitol building, not Capitol building, but City Hall. That's the one. That's the word we need to talk with Mayor Collywobble,
Oh, good old Collywobble. I'm looking forward to that.
who will appraise you of the situation that they are facing.
All right.
The whole township of Gardyloo smells just like salamander urine. Just
Ooh.
super, super rank. But there's like a party
Every once in a
vibe.
while oh, it's a party vibe? Nice.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I smell Pidge and see if I'm getting the same smell. Like, am I dreaming? Or is
I
it
smell
really
like
the
that
same
now.
smell coming off of Pidge? Okay, just
Oh
checking.
gosh. I guess
I'm being subtle.
I'm gonna
though.
hop in the
Being
river.
subtle.
we came on a riverboat. If I'm covered in salamander urine, I would rather be covered in river. I hop in.
You can go down to the shoreline and splash around a little bit. A local tells you not to get in there too deep, though, because there's water snakes and crocodiles.
Oh.
Yum.
It's a quick jump out.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Are there beignets?
There are absolutely beignets.
Okay. All right. I'm holding
In part of the
beignets.
town that smells way less like salamander urine. Like it must just be in the docks, right when you get off of the ships and the boats that have the smell.
Yeah. I'm holding beignets in my hand as we proceed to what we're doing next, and I'm dripping wet.
There was a little guy with a little cart that was selling beignets, a little street vendor.
I'm looking for all the pickpockets and other thieves and rogues and kind of size up the level of and quality of the people that are here to do their snagging and stealing.
Okay, give me a perception check.
You bet. Let's see. I should know that before I roll it. That's good. Oh, it's another -1 on my part, so this is a 13 total.
You don't see anybody that stands out to you as a fellow rogue or ne'er-do-well. It's also mid-afternoon, so it's probably not prime pickpocketing time necessarily.
Gotcha.
Okay, you continue on after acquiring some beignets to the plantation-style building that is City Hall, and there's people trickling in and out of it. It's a decently active site. You can see there's a halfling standing in front of some people that's obviously giving some kind of tour and explaining the historical significance of their city hall. It's a pretty standard one. It was built by yada yada so many years ago. It's withstood the test of time. Yeah, not an especially interesting story. You're not sure why there's a tour for it.
Right.
Kind of like if you've been on any tour in the South, you're like, yes, we built that.
There's a general involved usually too.
And there's a bronze statue out front of someone and on a horse in mid-rear.
If there's a lull in the conversation of the tour guide, I'll throw over. How much water has to hit here till it's all underwater and we're all dead?
What?
The tour guide turns back to the folks in the tour and goes, all right then, so we're just gonna go, you know what? There's a fun garden just this way. Follow me this way, away from. And one of the people's like, what's that about flooding? Should we be concerned? No, definitely don't worry about that. Nope, we're good here. And
I did my part.
And you guys can all give me just a perception check now that that's been brought up.
I'm at a 12.
3.
17.
Manford and Moka do, now that Manford has brought it up, you can look around and see on some of these stone buildings, there's a definite water line where you can tell that flooding has happened before, and that the non-stone buildings are newer. Not super new, but newer.
Nice. Flooding will get you. It's going to wipe everybody out. The whole world's going to drown. And in that death and destruction, we will know our purpose.
I hand Manford a beignet. Fat and jolly. That's one way to go through life. So let's get you one of those, at least.
Manford weighs a total of, what is my weight? Manford weighs 130 pounds dripping wet.
I can tell.
And
you need a donut.
5'9". I do.
And the beignet is delicious. They were pretty fresh.
Does it smell like urine?
No.
Is it salamander urine smell?
No, I jumped in the river before buying the beignets.
Oh yeah, but the whole place smells like salamander urine. I heard.
Right.
Just less so here.
Less so in the beignet. Okay.
Yeah, the vanilla and the powdered sugar kind of counteract the.
Well, I'm liking all that.
And how it's just slightly crunchy on the outside because they're just out of the fryer.
Out of the game, I have to text my wife and say, stop and get your donuts. So hold on just a second. Oh, no. Sorry. Keep going.
You've done that to us before.
I have done that to us before.
Mid-game.
Yes.
I was gonna do it because you suggested it.
I mean, technically there's one not too far away, but I'm the only one here today, so you guys would have to wait.
Why is the
talk
mid-game
amongst
break?
yourselves.
40 minutes, yeah.
You guys can handle this adventure, right? You're good?
Yes.
Okay. So you can proceed into City Hall and follow the various signs that lead you to the mayor's office.
We do
easily
so.
Okay.
enough. Yes. Inside.
Are the signs solid on there? Can I replace them and move them around at will? Are they locked and nailed down? Is it something I can have a little fun with?
There's a combination of both. Some of them are on little hangers that you could easily like pull off hooks and swap them around. Some of them are affixed to the walls and are engraved into plaques. But there's some a little bit of mischief. You can send people looking for their fishing license to the wedding registry office. And
Yes. Yes, perfect. I will do that.
okay, give me
And
do a
be very
sleight of
sad
hand.
about
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah, for sure. That was a natural one.
Oh,
I know because my die is very special that it shows that. Can you all see that?
Ooh.
That's the one.
What does it say? It says...
a word eater.
F-U-C-K.
Okay.
It's made for D&D.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 8, but it was a natural one.
As you reach for the wedding registry sign, you hear from behind you a "Can I help you?" And you turn around.
No. Just I was looking at the signage here, and I was thinking when I get home at my city hall, I thought we should definitely get some that are just like this because these are nice.
The dwarf security guard / janitor looks you up and down, goes, "Mm-hmm. Best you be moving on."
Probably true. It's probably very true that I'd be moving on would be best. Thank you. Thank you for that advice.
But you can give me a deception check anyway, just to see if he'll buy
thank you.
that somewhat.
Thank you. I did want to try that out. This is a +9. And with my 18, I think probably succeeded.
Yeah. As you start to move off, he goes, but we get them from Journey's Signs and Bishop.
Oh, I flip around immediately, pull a pencil and a little pad out, and I write that down furiously. And I ask him his name if I can write that down and say that he recommended, so maybe they'll get a discount next time.
Yeah, it's Joe Hammerforge.
Oh, well, Mr. Hammerforge, I appreciate your help. Never know, when you're in my city, you might want to be able to look that up and find out things we do different than your place.
He nods and puts his hands in his pockets and starts, on his patrol again.
Remember, before we die, all we got is what we learned. And everybody dies.
He looks back at you over his shoulder and then just shakes his head. And kind of can hear him mumbling, just that darn crazy tourist. Just
I like the moniker. I may go by Crazy Tourist in the future. Nice.
You arrive at the mayor's office and you knock. The door is open. You don't have to knock on it. You can do that on the door jamb. You see there is a crane flavored Aarakocra in the office. He's got on a nice little suit with a little skinny tie. Who's pacing around, shuffling papers around from one side of his office to the other side of his office, looking very industrious and busy.
I scan the floor for any loose, lost feathers. Just checking.
There's a few.
Oh, yeah. I'll try to grab one when he's not looking.
But he looks up as you knock on the door jamb. Goes, "Oh, well, hello. Can I be of some service to y'all? Mayor Collywobble. Welcome to my fine city.
Hi, Mayor Collywobble. We're here to check in. We're from the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild, and we've been paid to come here and help you out."
Oh, well, fantastic. I was hoping y'all would get here pretty quickly. Now, did you enjoy the riverboat ride? I was pleased to be able to offer that.
That was lovely. I enjoyed it. I can't speak for my partners in crime here.
He laughs too. You adventuring sorts, you always have such a pucky sense of humor.
Until we die.
He laughs even harder at that. Well, fantastic. And you are welcome to come on in and have a seat, or we can talk shop just right here. That's fine too.
I go in.
I look at my friends. Yeah.
Moka, are you coming in too?
Yeah, let's have a seat and talk.
Since my friends didn't do it, I introduce them and myself formally and do it in a performance style that would indicate that I have some knowledge of how to speak to a mayor and speak with the word Your Honor, and very prestigious and excited to be here to support and help him. Him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell from his plumage. He's
excellent. And I'm going to try to snag one of those feathers again when he's not looking on the floor, not off of him.
Well, once you guys come into his office, he goes, well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to shut the door real quick. I don't want to, have any nervous ears maybe over here. Gotta keep the tourism business up. You know how it is. So while he's shutting the door, you can do a sleight of hand to snag
excellent.
A loose feather or two.
I do successfully grab with my sleight of hand a 16, and I'll try to grab 3 if they're available.
Yes, you successfully grab 3 of them. One of them is one of the bigger feathers. It's very nice.
Okay, and I'll make sure that each one of them gets distributed to my party members. It'll be perfect.
Are you doing that right now, or are you going to?
Oh, no. No. They're well hidden right now. Okay. Safely hidden.
Fantastic. All right. Well, now, to get right down to business, there's been reports of people going missing out in the Achawalla Swamp, and, well, it's not good for our citizens, and it's certainly not good for our tourism, so I'm hoping that y'all can go and find out exactly what's happening. Now, one of my concerns mostly is beyond people disappearing, obviously. That's concern number 1. But there is a kind of an outlier village in the swamp. It's called Pidge, and, there's some folk here in town that are starting to suspect the Pidge might be involved in these disappearances, but I know the Pidge to be a very peaceful people, and I don't want them unduly harassed. So the sooner we can get this solved, it'll be safer for us and for the Pidge, and obviously safer for the citizens if they're not disappearing anymore.
Well, as you can tell, Pidge here is incredibly intelligent and knows how to work with people and be decisive and capable. And as you can see from my friend Moka here, Moka can help anybody in a rough situation. Great healer, wonderful person. So we're going to do our best to not treat anybody badly or make any assumptions. And we'll go out there and try to figure out why these disappearances are happening.
Who suspects?
What he said.
Who suspects the Pidge?
Well, I wouldn't say it's like a specific group of people. It's just more of you know how rumors just sort of start in a town, and you've got the boys out in the bayou that are hunting crocodiles start thinking, oh, it's got to be those strange folk out in the swamp. It must be their fault, or some of the richer folk in town. They're always a little jittery, a little suspicious. But you can't just go attacking people because they want to be different. That's what I say.
And I couldn't agree more. We're all going to die anyway, so we should all live in support of each other until then.
I think you're really going to like the Pidge people. That is sort of their whole thing.
Nice.
How are they different?
But they just like to live away from society, and quite frankly, they do have a communal sort of environment and a belief that you might have that nothing really matters because we're all going to die. I think it's actually on a plaque in the walls of the city.
Oh, okay. And who has gone missing?
There's been some frog giggers, and a couple fishermen, and I believe there was a couple that were on some kind of camping trip. Now, those are the only ones that I know of so far.
When did they go missing?
It's been over the past 3 weeks, and I have tried my best to restrict people traveling out in the swamp, but you know how people are. They'll do as they please.
Well, we're all going to die, so might as well do what we're going to do, right?
Moka, do you have any questions?
Not right now. Just as long as we know where it is, we should go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Your Honor, I just want to make sure we know the money amount, too. We got a little up front, and then we're going to get 4,000 each when we're done. Is that right?
Now, I believe the contract was a total of 2,000, which is already, a piece. So, 6,000 total is what was paid to the guild hall.
Oh, y'all got 1,000 each, too. Oh, okay, yes, you're right. My mistake.
He just shrugs. Well, that'd be for y'all to decide. I'm sure you'll have some sort of agreement in place. I wouldn't presume to tell y'all how to handle your own business.
That's very kind of you. We appreciate that. Well, Mayor, we're going to get out of your feathers, as it were, and move on and see if we can help out. And then can you give us any advice? Is there any advice if you were setting out on this journey, 3 strangers from another land coming into the swamps of your beautiful city, that you would give and recommend as we went forward, other than don't just kill people? I think that's one of them you gave us already.
You're going to want to get some bug repellent. The mosquitoes are quite vicious out in the bayou. Don't drink the water straight from the swamp. Just as a general rule. Watch out for snakes and gators.
Okay. Snakes and gators, bugs, bug repellent. Okay.
But yeah, that's all I could really say is same spiel I give to everybody. Just watch out for critters.
And just for the record, where are the best beignets in town?
Best beignets. Well, now I'm not supposed to pick favorites. But, I'll be honest.
And not who donated the most to your campaign either. Where are really the best ones?
The best beignets are not even in our town. The Pidge.
Oh.
You're going to want to see Mama Roux.
Mama Roux.
Best beignets this side of Port City Bishop.
Well, I'll be.
But if you can't make it there, then the Tom's Beignets, he's got a little cart.
Oh, and Tom's Beignets. All right. We'll check both those out, and we'll give a taste test. We'll let you know what we'll think.
Well, fantastic.
I agree.
Well, I'll let you all get on with your business, and I look forward to hearing back. I'm sure the town will be greatly appreciative of all your efforts today.
All right. Well, don't disappear while we're gone. All right.
He laughs. And it's like a weird, because his beak is so big, and he has to throw his head back to laugh because he's got a real long neck. When he's really heartily laughing, it's odd.
Excellent. All right.
Fantastic.
I think before we set out, we should probably get some bug repellent and find out what kind of bugs, snakes, and alligators and how to tell them from the locals here. And if we can just kind of find that information out as we go, it'd be great. I don't want to burden everybody with that, but it sounds like that'd be a fun, smart thing to do before we set out into the swamps.
I agree.
Is this when we take off our... Okay.
Pausing to take off jackets. Might as well both do it at the same time so that we can just cut all the audio out right here.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead.
Take all the breaks right now.
Take a swig of water.
In the interim, my wife actually came in to show me that she got toilet paper at the store, and she was very excited. And I had to go like, no, the sound gets picked up. Go.
I just had a box delivered earlier today.
Oh, nice.
It's full of toilet paper.
Oh, congratulations. Is it the good stuff, or are you having to settle?
No, it's the real good stuff.
Congratulations.
It's from Who Gives a Crap. It's made of bamboo. It's
nice.
So nice.
That's awesome. I love anything that says "Who gives a crap."
And it's one of those companies that, like, for every $1 you spend, they help build and provide clean restrooms and stuff for like places in third world countries and whatnot.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So it's charity paper.
Charity toilet paper.
All right.
The best kind.
Jumping back in. There is a general store. It just says general store that you can easily buy a bug repellent. It's so nominal. It's not even worth, because it's like copper. You're able to acquire what you think you're going to need. It's DEET free, so you don't have to worry about that. Eucalyptus based.
And it will not affect the coral reefs near the swamps, right? Excellent.
And the wildlife is your pretty much your standard, what you would expect to be in any sort of swampy area. There are venomous and non-venomous snakes.
Okay.
There are frogs and toads, alligators. There's large rodents that kind of look like rats. Wouldn't go so far as to say they're ROUSs, but they're herbivores. You don't really have to worry about them. It's just, they're good eating, though, apparently, if you wanted to go grab some of those.
Well, I'm definitely going to grab a gig, Because if there were giggers out there, I'm going to dress the part. And I'm going to get a good gig costume to go gigging.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of frogs out there. Like big frogs with nice meaty thighs.
Nice.
There is the village that's out there. There's rumors of bigger critters, but they sound more like tall tales kind of stuff.
I listen carefully to those. Often find there's truth in the death and the destruction that comes from those myths and stories.
One old man that's sitting on the porch of the general shop in a rocking chair tells you that it's the frogs. They're rising up and they're taking back what's theirs. That's what he thinks.
I'm glad I got the gigging stuff. That's good. All right. And I will try to find a trident just in case there are bigger frogs to gig. Okay.
Are these frogs of unusual size?
I don't think they exist. Sorry.
Foes?
On my screen, you are frozen, by the way.
Wow. Not in real life, so that's good.
Okay, good. You're not frozen in real life. That's good. I don't have lesser restoration or even greater. No worries.
I'm not doing anything exceptionally entertaining.
That's okay. I'm going to take a picture of it so you can see it.
Oh, what? Anyway. You could give me an investigation check to try to locate a trident or a extra large gigging rig.
13 is the best I could do.
You find a pitchfork?
Oh, yeah, that'll work. For sure. Definitely.
Yeah, it's not as fancy as a trident would be. It's not got the cool tongs that are kind of curvy and neat looking. It's just
And then I think the gigs have a little like a rope or a string at the end, right? So when you throw it, you can reel it back in. Yeah.
So I guess you could try to affix your rope to the pitchfork to make a big...
Oh, heck yeah. I'll use my dagger to cut a hole into the pitchfork. Not cut, but like drill a hole through the pitchfork so I can tie the rope through it. That's a good idea. I like that thinking.
I was just actually thinking he better drill a hole in that or it's just going to slip right off. So
right.
Fantastic. You have like
and in our
50 feet
in
of
real
rope?
life, I went to Texas A&M. So our expression to each other is gig 'em. So I know all about frog gigging from there.
Oh, good, because I don't really know anything other than this top layer. It's a thing that happens.
I have 10 pounds worth of rope, 50 feet of hempen rope. So I cut that off to about probably 8 feet, 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet.
I did watch The Princess and the Frog a couple weeks ago, so nice. I do have that under my belt. It's unrelated to this story. Please don't go kissing frogs. Well, you can, I guess, but...
that wasn't on my list, but now that you've said it, I'm putting it on my list. Kiss a frog.
Yeah, all the missing people could have been turned into frogs.
That's right. Oh! That is I'm writing that down as super large frogs and frogs that have been were-frogs. Oh my gosh.
Here frogs.
There's demon frogs and were-frogs and here frogs and there frogs.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere frogs.
Red frogs and blue frogs. Oh, this is going to be fun.
All right.
I may die, but this is going to be a blast. Sorry, I meant we're all going to die, and this is still going to be fun.
Absolutely. Pidge and Moka, do you have anything you would like to accomplish in town before you guys head out into the swamp?
I'm good.
Can I buy boots that are really high to my knees? I'm assuming the swamp is yucky and muddy.
Well, you can get some waders, like fishing waders. Like it's like
okay. Is it stylish?
Not even a little.
I wanted like knee-high boots.
Well, the waders would be better because you can get them to come up all the way to your waist, just like one piece of super not stylish pants.
I'll get one of those and I'll stuff my dress inside, and then that way you won't get my dress dirty.
There you go. Let's say it's like 5 silver pieces. Also, not much.
I'll look and see if they have any gator boots since we're doing that, and just see if they have them in my size and style. Dark, brooding, sad.
All right, see. So I got just an investigation check for that. Sure.
Yes! I'm so
Just
excited
to find
about
the right
this.
size.
Oh, yeah, I got and my investigation is all the way up to an 8. Maybe a 9. No, it's an 8. I got an 8 on my investigation.
They have gator boots, but it doesn't look like they have them in your size. You're not sure what to do about that.
Yeah, I'll have to live without them.
Yeah.
How about regular, just hip waders? Think anything tall like that for swamping?
Yeah, there's this. That's a more common item here, so you don't have any trouble finding. You guys can get all the common fishing gear that you want.
Yep, fishing, gigging, and wading.
All that. They have all that. Fishing poles.
Done.
You can get some
Ooh,
fly
yeah.
fishing things.
Nice.
You could really
Fly
go to
fishing
town.
in the swamp.
I don't know. Can you do it in the swamp? I have no idea. Probably get hung up on a bunch of stuff. You can get a magic fly fishing.
Ooh. How much is a magic fly fishing set?
300 gold.
I don't like fishing that much.
But it never tangles.
Now that's useful.
All right. Dang.
Oh, you don't have to get
All right,
it.
I'm figuring
in real life, if we could
No,
have...
you said it was a good idea. I spent 303 gold on all the supplies, I'm assuming. So, yeah, there we go.
All right, you had it.
Was there any wiggle room in the price? I try to haggle.
Okay. Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. I don't know if I have that. Do I have that? I have a little persuasion. 22.
They'll do it for 275.
275 it is. I'm very excited. I want to look good when I die.
And as you say that, the cashier just goes, well, tell your mom and them I said hey. Assuming that you...
I'll do that. Thank you. You too. How is your mama? She still got that gout?
No, we had a cleric come through not too long ago. Clear it right up.
Well, lucky us. Y'all have a great day now, you? Ah? Damn, I need a hat now. Okay.
Since when did you have a country accent?
Oh, it's performance. It's a skill. I got a little skill in that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I can come right here by the bayou right there like y'all and just slide right in, talk a little. Just saying. Yeehaw.
Mm-hmm. That's how you save money on your shopping.
Yeehaw. That's right. Until you're dead.
So you're dead.
And which will all be eventually.
Because nothing matters.
That's exactly right. Nothing matters because we're all going to die, so have fun while you can. Right, Pidge? Right, Pidge?
Sure. Again, if nobody's
Patch up.
chasing Mansford, everything is good.
And I'm patting Pidge on the back, and that's the point where I rub the knife clean of all the
Great.
on her back.
All right,
Can I
give me a
do a
perception
perception
check. Yeah. And then you do a sleight of hand there, Mansford.
I can do a sleight of hand. You got it. Let's see what my hands are sleighting for. My hands right now are 14-ish.
19.
Oh, yeah,
I
you feel him. You suspect
Dodge the
him.
hug. I see it come in and I just kind of scoot back. Maybe later.
Yeah, which Pidge isn't super hands-on anyway, right? So you'd kind of be...
I'm 3 feet tall, so it's hard to arm hug me, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yeah, I was thinking, isn't she a little standoffish when it comes to...
No one's
physical
ever tried to
stuff?
hug her before. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, there was like a nervous handshake one time, but I think that's just because he was a successful entrepreneur.
Oh, no, Marvelous Marv?
Yeah.
That's entirely different.
I love that name, Marvelous Marv.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
All right.
Pitch keeps going back
Moka,
there
how
to play
about you? You want a
putt-putt.
hug?
Mm-hmm. You're really good
No,
at
thank
putt-putt
you.
now.
Okay.
Hoping to bump into Marvelous Marv on the putt-putt course. She keeps going back.
Okay. So, you guys head off into the bayou. Did Pidge get some
Nope.
waders? I was like, if you're only 3 feet tall, I'm not sure that waders would be helpful.
Nah. It's
You just have to
fine.
get a scuba suit.
I've got Molder, so worst case scenario, I'm just like off, and then all of the mud can come off in one slough.
Luckily, there's still plenty of land to traverse. It does get mucky. I mean, it is a swamp, so there is definitely large bodies of water and whatnot. So, are you guys just going to head into the swamp on foot, or do you want to try to acquire a
The airboat?
canoe?
Oh,
A skiff, maybe?
Yeah.
I would definitely go for a flat skiff. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea. And one that's a little bigger. Not super large, but something we can kind of get in the middle of if something were to attack the boat, and somewhere we could sleep. Because eventually we're all going to die. And if we're going to die, I'd rather be eaten than drowned. But I'd like to have a shot at killing it first. So, yeah.
Can we hire a boat that knows the way to
Ooh,
Pidge
a guide.
Village?
That's brilliant.
Yes. You absolutely can do that.
All right. Do you guys want to go there?
Sure. That's a great idea.
so we're gonna have a tour guide?
Ooh, a tour guide.
Yeah.
On your
And-
left, you see more swamp.
And
How many people died there?
and to answer Moka's question about an airship, there aren't any airships here, and it would also be so far above the swamp that you wouldn't really be able to utilize it for investment.
No, the
Oh,
airboat.
an airboat.
A boat on,
with,
yeah.
with the giant fans.
Or a sailboat. In Pidge, do you have gust of wind? We could just go that way.
I can move a medium-sized creature 5 feet, so probably not a whole boat.
Fair.
But we can go with a tour guide of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get a flat-bottomed boat.
Paddle boat.
Yeah, with a tour guide. It doesn't have the big
Excellent.
fan on the back, but
Sure. Kind of a pole driven, or is
Yeah,
it
old ribbon.
okay? Pole driven. All right.
You are introduced to Gumbo Pete, who is a goblin.
Hey, Gumbo Pete.
And Gumbo Pete will, for 5 gold, take you onto his boat and take you down to the Pajki village.
All right, I got this, you guys.
Oh, thank you. And how much, Gumbo Pete? How much money is it going to take for you to stick around? I don't know if you're here. We're here on. I don't know if you know. We're here on behest of the mayor to go and check things out and do a little investigative work for him. And I don't know if you get a discount for working with the government here. The government.
Hold on, I have to get a sip of water.
Y'all take your time. You just get your sip of water there. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll stay around for, we'll say 3 more gold. And I'm your man all day. Well, I'm your goblin all day.
I pay 3 additional gold.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
He smiles real big. And, goblins
If we don't all die, I'm going to give you 8 extra gold. Just saying.
spits on his hand and holds it out for you to shake.
I shake it. I spit on my hand first, of course.
But you know how goblins have, so many teeth normally?
Yes.
He does not. He's got a few.
Now we know why he's called Gumbo Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You hop on his boat and you start heading into the swamp. And he pulls some a little bit and then periodically does some hand motions. And you can see that he's got a little bit of magic that he uses to push the boat along a little faster periodically. Or if you guys get hung on a branch, a little shape water to shift stuff out of the way.
Y'all gonna point out any gators or any dangerous amphibians or other creatures, snakes or whatnot that you see are good gigging? If you see any good frog gigging, you let us know, all right? We're right here for it. All right, Gumbo Pete, and we'll share them whatever we get.
That sounds good.
And he immediately starts pointing.
That's a gator. That's a gator. That's a big gator. That's a gator. That's a poisonous, venomous snake.
That's poisonous. Different.
Actually, you eat that, you die.
Moka, I'm very glad you picked a boat.
And yeah, as you guys are looking around, it's a pretty active wildlife situation as the deeper you get into the swamp.
Swamp gators. And now I'm going to apply some of that there bug repellent that we got.
Oh, that's smart. You're going to want to keep that on.
And he looks over at you, Moka. He goes,
You need help with that?
sidles over to
I got it.
You sure I'm ready?
I slide in between the goblin and Moka, and I pull out one of my daggers and start cleaning my teeth with it.
He just puts
The one with urine?
No. I have many daggers.
puts his hand up like, I got you. He goes back to pulling the boat
Nice.
along. I don't know that Moka or that Moka's player knows, but there is a an orc named Tori that's wanting to meet Moka from. He works for Marvelous Marv. You got talked up to him, and they gave him like a fake number and
A bonus number,
thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Pretty funny. Anyway, players, listen to that. Not or listeners, listen.
Which episode is this?
Hell if I know.
Wait, you're allowed to have curse words on titles now?
Sure.
Hell if I know is a good title, though. Hell if I know is a good title.
Got a good monster in it.
Okay. We're advertising other episodes.
Well, I'm watching to see if
Continuity.
any of the gators are getting bigger, or if the snakes are getting bigger, or if there seems to be more poisonous snakes than there were a while ago, or if any of the frogs show up that we can gig.
All right, give me
I'm kind of on the lookout.
perception check. Actually,
Yeah,
everybody
that's my
can give me a
worst thing.
perception check as you're going.
15.
I'm going to go with 12.
7.
I feel better already. We're all going to die, but that's okay.
Manford, with Gumbo Pete's help, you're able to spot some rather healthy-looking frogs.
Yes.
He will pause the boat and let you attempt to gig some.
Ooh, I'm definitely gonna gig some. I'm gonna gig some. What do I need to do that with? Buy. Not with a pitchfork, with the gigging tools.
Just a ranged attack.
Arrange
Yeah,
that. Okay, sure.
Don't add your proficiency because this is a new.
Sure. New skill.
And then Moka,
Okay.
you see something in the distance looks humanoid, maybe 5.5 feet tall, dart in between some of the big trees.
With my 7, I see
Oh wait,
that.
no, sorry, that was Pidge.
It's Pidge, yeah.
I was looking at the wrong
I
name
was like,
when I said that. Pidge, that's what you see as they're frogging. No, Moka, you see just the potential to get dirty
A
everywhere.
mosquito on me. I see a
Everything's
mosquito
dirty.
on me. Ha! I got it. I don't got it. It flew away.
I'm going to point out that humanoids, my friends.
Oh,
Look over there.
Wait, hold on. Wait, there's a mosquito. Don't move.
Gumbo Pete, what's that thing over there in the trees? You see it? It's jumping between the trees.
Dig my dice roller back out. I had to move it because I was getting.
You don't have 7 screens like me?
I've got 3.
I have 3. I was teasing you.
Guess 4 if you count the phone.
Didn't think about that.
Okay. So, Mansford, you don't see it because you're doing the
Okay.
frog gigging.
Gotcha. Sorry.
and-
Yes, of course.
Pidge, you see it dart between the trees, and then it looks like it leaped into the water and you don't know where it went, but it just dove right in.
It was
So what'd you
humanoid,
get? It was humanoid.
and it was about person size. Did it have any distinguishing, was it human, reptile, bird, cat?
It was pretty far off. I mean, you didn't see pointy ears or anything like that. Nothing to indicate canine or feline type. Let me just. It's all blurred. Oh,
That's really strange. It's not like a comforting thing to see. It's not like I'm so glad I saw that over there. It's kind of like that's why did it dive into the water?
Mhm.
Ooh. It's a little spooky.
Maybe it's a mermaid.
It's one of those I'm really glad we're on this boat now sort of things. Best idea ever, Moka.
we're just
So are we gonna head towards that direction or away?
you're moving away from that direction.
Okay.
Do we want
was
to
just-
pause the boat and investigate it?
No. Let's go towards the Pachiki people.
All right.
Yeah, Gumbo Pete's like, I didn't see nothing. You're just nervous. Keep battling.
I am now.
And Mansford continues to try to.
I'm still trying to get my
All
frogs.
right, what did you get on your attack?
On my attack, I rolled a 16. I'm assuming a plus 2-ish just for, dex.
Oh, yeah, you are able to gig 3 sizable frogs.
Dinner.
And
Dinner.
You should kiss them first to make sure they weren't imprints.
I think they're dead when I gig them. Are they dead when I gig them?
I mean,
I don't want to turn into
you
prince.
Stab them?
Yeah, if I stab them and then turn them into a prince, that just seems mean.
No, don't do that. Never mind.
But there's more to eat? Question mark?
I wouldn't eat them if them were humans or elves or goblins. Of course not. That's gross.
And Gumbo Pete shows you how to.
But we're all just gonna die.
That's true. We are all just going to die.
And you did just kill it, so it's not like is it gonna wait? Are you gonna waste the meat? So
that's a good point, Pidge. I'm looking you up and down now and kind of thinking about what part of you I'd eat.
Great.
If I gigged you.
Okay. Let's go explore that figure over there. Why not? Yeah.
We're investigating now?
At this point.
The dark figure that jumped into the water and is probably swimming much faster than we can maneuver.
On to the village.
It'll come to us.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Everybody's got to sleep sometime. So.
Everybody's got to die sometime.
Gumbo Pete shows you how to string the frogs up and attach them to your belt so that you've got them handy.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome. And then we start talking recipes on how to cook them up. Nice.
And
I'm trying to mirror the accents that I've heard all day.
Yeah, Gumbo Pete's is mostly just gruff, awful, pitchy.
Not mirroring his. I'm definitely going to go with the people that I heard speaking in town that sounded like, real natives.
And I'm going to see if Gumbo Pete is intuitive enough to have picked up on you sizing up Pidge.
Oh, I think I was pretty open about it, so hopefully.
Yeah, no, he's super just into to instructing you on the frogs. He didn't even catch it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was real bad.
I failed.
Well, he failed at
I'll
picking
do better
up
next time.
Picking up what you were putting down, so you don't get any people recipes.
No. I just want the frog recipes. That's probably good. That's good. Oh, God. Yes, the goblin may give me the other. That's true.
Not that he himself necessarily partakes unless he has to. I mean, goblins got to survive.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so.
Survival of the goblin. Yes.
As evening starts to approach, Gumbo Pete pulls his boat up to a little dock that seems to be just in the middle of nowhere, but hops right out, ties his boat off, and goes over to what looks like just a pile of plants and branches and stuff, and moves them around. And as he does so, you can see that it's actually like a little tiny hut that he's made for himself.
All right, so I'll wait here, and I'm still going to take you the rest of the way to the village. I'm just letting you know where I'll be waiting for you after is right here. And he,
Gumbo Pete, where are we? Where's the village? I'm confused.
Village is this way. Just hang on 1 second.
He's digging around, like he's talking to you over his shoulder as he's digging in this little tiny hut that he's made for himself. And he pulls out a little lantern and makes sure he's got some of his gear on him.
He goes, all right, it's right this way.
And he starts walking into the trees and underbrush, pokes back out, looks at you all.
Well, come on.
Oh, okay. I now have a dagger in each hand. Not necessarily displaying them, but there's a dagger in each hand.
Pidge follows.
I'm following.
I have my shield out.
You guys are so nervous.
Have you seen all these things we've seen? There's stuff here to kill you. We're all going to die, but I might as well go out fighting. I'll take some down.
And I'm going to start actually with a spell. I never do it before a fight, but now I'm going to do it before a fight. It's called Aid. Everyone gets +5 to their hit points. Your hit points increases by 0.5 for 8 hours.
For 8 hours. Thank you.
Thanks, Moka.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I feel like I'm a little further from death in this moment.
The sun is starting to set, so the sky is all oranges and pinks, and you start hearing the sounds of wildlife are changing as nocturnal animals are starting to become active. There's a off in the distance as maybe a frog or bird or something is starting to call. And
I work on mimicking that call, and also after doing that, I'm going to practice going into stealth mode whenever possible. Whenever Pete isn't looking back, I'm just going to practice to see if I can be stealthy in this environment.
all right, give me a stealth check. See how stealthy you're being. And then describe to me what it looks like.
Well, I rolled a natural one, so an 11 total. And I was trying to move quietly into the muck and mire parts off the path to see if I could be like out of the path and still be stealthy. And I think I am, obviously.
And for the rest of you, you hear just the constant sounds of slurping and suction as every time Manford pulls his boot out of the muck, it makes the
Can't see me now.
he says, as you're looking right at him.
Ain't no thing gonna catch me. I'm gonna put a hole in it before it sees me. Thwack, thwack.
Hey. All right, everyone roll a perception check as the sun is setting.
Ooh.
And you start hearing more
Froggies. I rolled a 12.
17.
Ooh. I can see clearly now. My
21.
eyes have worked. Damn, Moka.
goodness.
I rolled a 17 plus 4.
What?
Mix up
What
with
dog?
the previous rolls.
Okay. So, Moka, you will see them,
Them, more than one.
but Manford and Pidge and Gumbo Pete do not. So everyone will roll initiative. All right. Moka, what did you get?
4.
7.
Ooh, I can go between those two numbers. I got a 6.
Ooh.
Look at me. Skillfully done right in there.
I didn't think 7 was going to be the highest for the party.
I know, right?
Dropping out of the trees in front of you guys is a humanoid frog.
Is it a threat?
Yes, he is wielding a spear, or it, I guess. Who knows? Who knows at a glance what a bullywug's gender is? And 2 more bullywugs step out of the woods to either side of you, and then 2 more behind you. So 5 bullywugs in total, and you guys are currently surrounded. And the first bullywug in the front is going to take a stab at Pete.
Hey!
Yeah. And he hits Pete. He gets stabbed in the shoulder and yelps. One of the bullywugs to the side is going to try to attack. Let's see. Manford, you were kind of off to the side a little bit.
That's correct. Yes.
All right.
Not being very stealthy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this one is going to come after you. I mean, I'm going to have to make a quick map for myself here. Bullywug. Bullywug.
Bullywug. Bullywug. Bullywug. Bullywug.
So many bullywugs.
They're everywhere.
That's Gumbo Pete. This is Manford. Where would Moka and Pidge be in relation to one another and Pete?
Pidge would be not in the front, behind Pete, I guess. And Moka's much more tanky than Pidge, so Moka would be more in front than Pidge would be.
We can be side by side to like the right of. That's how I imagine ourselves.
Okay.
I can be on the outer side. You can be between me and the guy in the boots in the swamp. And I guess isn't Pete still leading the way, sort of? So he's in
Yeah,
front
he
of
was
us?
in the very front, which is why he got stabbed
Okay.
first. Yeah,
Poor guy.
he's just a little guy. Okay, so the one that comes after you, Manford, that's going to be merely a 15 to hit as he stabs at you with a grunt, trying to get you with his spear.
I assume I am armored and at full capacity, so my armor class is 16.
I don't know why you would run into dangerous situation without your armor. That's crazy. Who would do that?
Okay, good. All right. Just checking. Well, you might say, oh, we didn't have it on. I don't know.
I did that in an episode. Just like, it's like we're going to the beach. I'm not going to wear my armor. That's crazy.
Right. Of course.
But that's just because that's how I roleplay. All right. So then the two bullywugs on the other side come after Moka and Pidge, also with spears. So for Moka, that's a 16 to hit, but it clings off of your armor. And for Pidge, that is
Good thing I brought out my shield.
Yeah.
a 17 to hit, which, that hit. You'll take 5 points of piercing damage as the frog tries to gig you. Dun, dun, dun.
Frog gigging takes a whole turn. Ooh, do they have big gigs?
It's just spears. But
Oh, darn. I was getting excited. I was going to be like, I'm getting one of them.
So it's payback. It's like revenge for all the times we've gigged the frogs like earlier today.
That's correct. I'm wearing them.
All right. The bullywug that's in the back their throat begins to swell up as they intake air and let out a great big croak that reverberates and kind of makes you feel weird for a second. So everyone give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. I can do that.
As a large...
Is this magical?
This is just one of its natural abilities.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't specifically say that.
23.
16.
Yay.
8.
16 and an 8. So that's going to be 3 points of damage for Moka and Pidge, and 6 points of psychic damage for Manford.
Ow.
As this croaking sound,
It disrupted the cellular vibrations and caused
there you
damage.
go. That's exactly what it did. It caused your
Luckily, I had 5 extra hit points, so I'm good.
caused your neurons, your dopamine connectors dropped for a second. All right. And because Pidge and Manford didn't see them coming, Moka, you get to go.
Okay. I shall attack the one
Ooh.
that missed me. And I'm gonna... Oh, are they within reach of me? Or
Oh, yeah.
are
They all moved. They dropped in right at melee, or
Okay.
Within 5 feet of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
they are not practicing proper social distancing.
None of them are wearing masks.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Everyone is in melee.
Okay, I'm gonna inflict wounds on the one that's closest to me. And I rolled d20 to... Let's see. Ooh. I rolled a 7. Do I add a spell attack? Yes. Okay. 14?
14 does not hit. Just misses.
Okay. It misses. But, yeah, it misses. Nothing happens. And as a bonus action, I can create my spiritual weapon. A spectral weapon. I can create a floating spectral weapon within range, within 60 feet, and it'll just be right next to me or close to us.
And as it appears, it gets to make an attack.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to attack that person again.
Rat, rat. It yells at you.
Okay, and I'll roll. I rolled a 7 again. Plus 7, so 14.
Still just, it hop steps to the side. Or
Man, this is why I stick to healing.
Instead of hopping, it like
misses.
flop down like into a normal frog almost position before it stands back up.
Yeah. And that ends my turn.
Ooh.
Okay. Now we're in proper rotation. The first bullywug is going to try to grapple you, Manford.
Okay.
And I'm thinking probably a 9 isn't going to do it if you want to do a strength or athletics opposing check there. I'm I imagine just your baseline is probably going to get you out of.
Okay. Not acrobatics,
Well,
right?
no, you can do acrobatics or athletics because you're.
I'm going to definitely use acrobatics, which will give me a 22.
Yeah, you just sidestep right out of that frog hug.
Oh, I like hugs, though. Well, next time.
Same thing for the one in the front after Pete. It is able to grab Pete, though. The one by you, Pidge, is going to try to grapple you. So you want to give me an opposing strength or athletics check?
I rolled a 9. I have a +0 athletics.
All right, you are currently grappled by this frog man who smells worse than salamander pee.
All right, a new odor.
The very odoriferous adventure you're on. Who knew?
I'm going to start looking for more salamanders after this.
And then same thing for you, Moka. This one, though, it's like the laziest looking attempt at grappling, but go ahead, just in case you roll real bad. If you want to do athletics.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. It just sort of half-heartedly tries to grapple, like, oh no, I didn't get her. Pidge, you're grappled.
All right. I am 3 feet tall and being grappled by a 5-foot-tall bullywug. I cast Alter Self. I assume a different form. When you cast a spell, so it's casting time 1 action range self, choose one of the following options. I change appearance. I decide what I look like, including my height, weight, facial features, sound of my voice, hair length, coloration, and distinguishing characteristics, if any. I can make myself appear as a member of another race, though none of my statistics change. I turn into a child bullywug, and I start crying.
Oh, that's good.
All right. So, give me a deception check with advantage. These fellas are not super smart.
I have a -1 to my deception, so that's a 15 overall.
Well,
That's an amazing roll.
let's see. So, they only got a 14, so it like holds you out from itself and kind of cocks its head and is like trying to communicate with you.
Uh-oh, I don't speak bullywug, so I just keep crying.
What if it does sound confused? You've got, at least you feel like you've accomplished that.
Can it have disadvantage against attacks to it? Because it's dealing with me?
Oh, yeah. I'll allow that. That makes sense.
Okay. And then I'm going to also go limp, so if he wants to try to pick me up, he can, but I'm just not cooperating.
You're dead weight. You're a dead weight toddler. Oh, gosh.
Just crying.
Oh. And it's sounding more and more concerned. It's like turns its head to the other ones. Manford, what would you like to do while this guy tried to hug you?
I hear that. Have any of these bollywogs not taken a turn?
No, they all have.
They've all taken their turns. Excellent. Then the second thing I'm going to do is I had 2 daggers out. I'm going to try to swap my dagger for my preferred weapon of choice, which would be my rapier. Unless you tell me that's a problem.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to have rapier dagger, and I am going to stabby the closest bullywog, the one that tried to stab me with a spear, and the one who tried to hug me. That one I want to hit. And that would be, with my rapier, that is a 21.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. Let's see if I can come up with some damage to go along with that. I believe it's a die 8 plus 4 with the rapier. And any minute now, I'll find a die 8 sitting right there. Thank you. 6 plus 4, 10 points.
Ooh.
And I am assuming I do not have advantage on this creature, correct?
No, you don't have any allies close by, and he could see you. But that he looks so bad after you hit him with that rapier, just so bad.
Oh, excellent. I disengage from him and move to take up position on the one that has grappled Pidge. And I'm definitely going to try to get a backstab in later, or whatever I can do to get in position to take advantage of a position on him. Or her, as the case may be.
All right, Moka.
Okay. I try to inflict wounds on the one that I've been missing, and I rolled a 7, so I missed again. But my sword, my spectral weapon, I'm gonna try hitting with that one, and I rolled a 15 plus 7. So I hope that hits. Great. And it does 13 damage. Force damage.
All right. You obliterate it. It just smushes right down into the ground with your hammer, your spectral weapon. Just almost cartoonishly.
Cool.
Just straight into the muck.
That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. And I think that ends my turn.
Right. And Pete is going to try to bite the one that's holding him.
Go, Pete,
Yeah.
go.
Get it, Pete. You hear him like, "Rah, get it, rah, rah." Same sound. Ad popped up. He
You went a
is
little quieter
not
there, I noticed.
able to get in with his teeth. He's just gumming him. It's the wrong part of his mouth. Got to angle better.
Poor Pete.
So the bullywug bops him on the head.
Bippity boppity bop.
So he gets damaged a little bit more. It is not a good day for Pete. The bullywug that was super injured by Manford is going to move over to the one that's holding Pete. And it's like holding its stomach as it's so damaged that it's probably keeping things in place. But comes over and just starts motioning at the one that's holding Gumbo Pete and pointing away. You can infer that it's going, we should go away. We should get out of here. This isn't going well. And
I definitely try to replicate the sound, if at all possible, as a performance, if that's at all possible.
yeah, we can do that. Let's see. The one that's got you, Pidge, I'm gonna let it try to do an insight check. Oh, but it fails. So you still have it confused. It's kind of looking at the one that's holding Pete and the one that's super hurt, and now there's a dead one. And
Is it still grappling me?
Well, it's like holding you at arm's length, so you're not secure by any means, but you are being held. It's confused. But now you're a crying toddler with dead weight, so it's still if it believes that's what you are, it also doesn't just want to drop you in the swamp.
Okay.
So they all looked the big one in the back that made that big croak a few minutes ago. So that one will take out from inside its cloak. It pulls out a scimitar and croaks loudly at the other ones and kind of makes a firm shake of its scimitar like it's giving an order. And it'll rush up at Moka, because Moka looks the most tanky with your armor and having you just smushed one of its party members, and it's going to attack you with its rapier, and it gets an 11 to hit you. So it just runs up behind you and goes clang right on the back of your armor, and croaks in what you can only assume is it must be bullywug cuss words, and it tries it again, but this time it doesn't even hit you. It just whiffs right by your head with a 7. So all in all, bullywugs maybe not the best fighters, but Pidge, it is your turn. This one's it's still holding you at arm's length, but not, we wouldn't call that grappled. I wouldn't call that.
All right. Concentration, does that mean that I can't cast another spell, or can't cast another concentration spell?
You can't cast another concentration spell.
Oh. Okay,
Unless
this
you wanna-
one's not concentration, so is it okay to cast this one? If it's not concentration?
Sure. Yeah, should be.
Okay. So how many bullywogs could I get within... If, for example,
Mm-hmm.
there was a 20-foot... Spellbook. Okay. 20-foot cube centered on a point. How many bullywogs could I get in that cube?
Well, this one moved up here. The only two that are standing close together are the one that's holding its guts in, and the one that's holding Gumbo Pete. They're together.
Would I get Gumbo Pete too?
Yeah, because he is grappled.
Okay, I'd like to target not the, I don't want to...
I mean, you could
Gumbo
scooch
Pete.
it just back a few feet so that just the very edge of it is.
Well, this is a lethal thing, so if I do this, there will be no survivors inside this 20-foot cube, so I don't want to get Gumbo Pete in it at all.
I gotcha.
Can I not be in
I
it
don't want to
too?
get anybody in it except for bullywogs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the only two that are together have Gumbo Pete. There's the one that's holding deadweight you, and then you've got Manford is right there with you. And there's one behind you guys that looks a little beefier that ran up and tried to hit Moka.
Okay, so maybe the one that's a little bit beefier is a good target. If I can't get two of them, I'll just take down the big one.
Seems reasonable.
Okay. All right. How beefy does it look?
Like 3 times as beefy as the other ones.
All right. So at the 4th level, I'm going to cast Erupting Earth centered on a point that only hits the big beefy one. And also, I'm not making any tells. So first I want to do a deception check. I want to remain crying, curled up, as a toddler bullywog. And then also, the earth is going to erupt a little bit.
All right.
over
So
there.
we'll do the deception check first. And
Okay.
I like
I rolled a 16, which means I got a 15.
I will see.
You sound
It's
excited,
possible.
but then the number went down.
The bullywug that got you, I only got an 11. So,
Excellent. So
yes.
it looks just a crying baby bullywog.
You're just you're twisting a little in its arm, toddler.
Yeah. So that means I get 4d12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
36 damage to the big beefy bullywog as the ground erupts underneath it, and it gets to make a dexterity saving throw to potentially take half damage. My spell save DC is 16.
All right. It got a 15. So the earth blows up underneath
Yes.
this bullywug
And it is
just
now difficult terrain.
decimates this thing. just shoots up into the air with all of the earth and just vaporization, we'll say. Just gone.
And I did nothing. I'm totally just a crying toddler bullywog over here. And that's difficult terrain right now.
Oh, let me make that a wee little mark on my haphazard little map here with so many arrows. Manford, you know what you
Yes.
have right now?
I have advantage on a creature.
You do.
And because of that, when I rolled my 18, it turns into a 22. No, it's better than that. It's 25. And assuming I have advantage, I'm going to take that as a sneak
Yes,
attack
sir.
and increase my damage to it.
The bullywug holding you, Pidge, when the other one gets vaporized, looks horrified for a second and starts to bring you into its chest to protect you, this poor helpless bullywug baby. And as it does so,
I stab it in the back for 19 points.
it straightens up and stiffens for just a second, and it looks at you, Pidge, and it goes, "Arr, arr," and then it falls over, and you kind of flip out or slide out of its hands as it crumples to the ground.
May I use my uncanny dodge in this? That's the wrong word. That's the wrong thing. I'm not thinking that. I want to instead use cunning action to try to catch Pidge as she falls towards the ground. As opposed to dash, disengage, or hide. I'm just going to catch her.
Do you know that's me?
Just gonna catch her. I see a baby falling in midair. Yes, I know that's you.
All right.
And I set you on the ground.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
The muddy swamp ground or like
Whatever's underfoot at this point, knowing that she can blow me up with just her mind and make me die. So I'm just aware of that in this moment.
Right.
Oh, I'm totally helpless.
I didn't think you were helpless, but something had you, and I was going to stab it in the back because that's what I do well.
All right. And you hear the one that's holding Gumbo Pete lets out a loud, like, "Arr!" So he finally angles that mouth right and clamps down with one of those remaining teeth, and it drops him and is just missing a good chunk of its arm now. And
You go,
so
Pete.
those two are just on their very last legs, looking real rough. Moka?
wait, is there
There's
any
those
more
two,
left?
and they're so bad off. You feel like a stiff wind could take care of this problem for you.
With my mace, I just swing at the last two. Or can I swing at two to end it?
We'll say that you could do spillover damage. We'll call it cleaving.
Okay.
Kind of.
Cleave.
You may cleave this time.
Cleaver.
Alright.
Wally Cleaver.
When I swing with a weapon, the weapon has its own plus to hit, right?
Yeah. I mean, you should have a attack bonus for your weapon.
Oh, for my spectral weapon, I was thinking about my. Yeah, I'll use the spectral weapon that's still up. That makes
Okay.
more sense. I rolled 12 plus 7.
Yeah. That'll
19?
hit
Okay.
what's left of them.
And it does 10 damage.
Like a weird swamp version of whack-a-mole. Your big spectral hammer comes down and pop on either one of their heads. And there's a smush sound as they fall down, and they're dead. Yay!
Cool.
You guys defeated the bullywugs.
And I immediately say to Gumbo Pete, "Hey, Gumbo Pete, are these good eating?"
He kind of looks a little horrified at them. He's like,
I've never seen frogs this big. I don't know.
Hey, Moka, do you want to tie one up and revivify it?
So we can find out what happened to the missing people?
Yeah.
If you like.
All right, let's use some of that rope. I start tying up a not pink misted one.
I would say the one that tried to protect you as a baby bullywug that got stabbed in the back is the one that's in the best condition.
All right.
I leave good corpses. That's all I'm saying.
I tie its corpse, arms, and legs together, hog style. I don't know. That's what hog tying is. I don't know. They're tied together. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moka, quickly.
Okay, and using my wonderful gauntlets, I revive him.
Comes to and immediately looks around.
Oh wait, we couldn't understand them. We forgot about that
yeah,
part.
that's true.
It pulls its legs in towards its torso and is like curling up and is looking around at its fallen companions, and then you see it really start to look panicked as it's looking around. It starts. It's obviously looking for something else.
I still do look like a baby bullywug, don't I?
Oh, that's right, you do. Okay, it sees you. It calms down a little bit.
Aw.
This isn't deep speech, draconic, or elvish, right? Okay,
And
just
it's
checking. Thought I'd check.
Celestial, common, dwarfish.
Not gnomish?
No, bullywugs only speak one language.
All right, well, I guess we got us a captive. Are they still creatures when
I
they're
tried-
corpses? Are they still creatures when they're corpses, or are they objects?
I'm gonna say they're still creatures. I think
okay.
if you got it down to like a bone, it would be an object, but not as a whole corpse.
Because I can cast levitate on creatures. trying to think of how to get this thing with us to where we're going. Maybe someone can translate once we're there. Oh, I can only levitate things up to 10 minutes. Someone's going to have to carry this.
Well, okay, can I try using some sort of animal handling to kind of communicate to this giant frog about where? Just like where? Where is his home? Or like
I will
where?
say it is a humanoid. Mm-hmm.
It's a humanoid? It's
It
a
does
frog.
only speak one language. It ain't common.
And I definitely check in with Gumbo Pete to make sure he's okay. And then the next thing I do is ask him if he speaks frog.
He
No, I don't speak frog. I'm kind of bleeding out here though. If I don't know if you guys have like a band-aid.
I go to him and I heal him by just
how much
touch.
you
I don't know, a lot. I don't think he's bleeding that much. I'm not taking a bath.
I do stay with Moka, given that Pete was a little crass earlier. Just, just in case.
So he blushes deep red as she caresses his cheek.
Mm-hmm. Let's say, yeah, a red tinge to his little green face.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't do anything untoward now. He got the message. Yeah.
Okay. I still just brush his other cheek and smile at him. The kind of disarming, I will kill you if you do anything smile.
Yeah. The red goes away and the green becomes much paler.
Good.
Uh,
Always work in a team. That way when you all die together, you've got somebody to go with.
and the whole time this is happening, that bullywug is still just like trying to talk to you, Pidge.
Oh yeah, I
It's
should
just-
probably drop the act. I look like a gnome again.
It looks horrified and heartbroken.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So let's carry it.
Are we gonna kill him again?
Actually, I tap my hat and then I look like a small human child in case it wants to come after me later. Now it doesn't know my face. There we go.
Hey, that works.
I let it know my face, and I get right in its face. And I look at the bodies, specifically this one because it's the most undamaged, and I look to see if there's any symbol signs or anything that would tell me about the creature having tattoos, pins, any markings whatsoever, or anything that would indicate this creature's been transformed from something else.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Not my best roll.
Can I assist by telling him, look for a map, too?
Look for a map?
Or notebook?
Oh,
or,
yeah, good
other
idea.
things,
Sure. Absolutely.
Keys, wallet.
Did these frogs wear clothes?
They had on like ghillie suit kind of looking robes.
Oh.
Very plant-based.
I picture a naked frog, but...
I try never to visualize a naked frog in my head.
No, they have
That's
the normal
gross.
human shame cover their bit.
Good. Be ashamed. I definitely rolled a 5.
I assist. Can
You can roll with
again?
advantage as Moka is
Moka. Suggesting what to look for.
as you
All right.
rummage
I can
through
do
this ghillie suit of swamp.
Excellent. 15 is my second roll. I have no bonuses, so I'm not really good at
I have a
investigating.
+8 to investigation, but no reason to do it.
I am.
Yeah, you're rummaging
that's as good as
through.
it
You're checking shoulders, back of the neck. Its mouth is making like a clicking sound, like it's gone, like its mouth has gone dry as it's just nervous and afraid it's gonna die. Yeah.
Again.
But you don't find any tattoos or maps. You do find a little crude wooden charm on a leather thong around its neck. And
Are those around the other ones as well?
yes, I'll say once you find that one, you can go, well, you don't know about the big one because it's gone in so many ways from this world.
I pull the charm off his neck.
Okay. It's
Or her
very
neck.
crude, but it's a circle-ish with what kind of looks like 5 little snake heads
5 snake heads.
coming off of it.
Okay.
when you put off the charm, the frogs didn't transform
Nope.
or anything, right? They're just
They
single
seem
frogs.
like they
Okay.
are naturally, yeah, kind of like that.
Thank you. Okay. Perfect.
All right. So
So how many of these charms did we retrieve from our
You got
frogs?
4 of them.
Okay.
how much does this frog weigh?
Hmm.
How much is this froggy in the window? Croak,
It
croak.
has a lot of water weight.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's probably like 180.
Okay.
Or she. Who
Oh,
knows?
wow.
Oh.
That's a whole different
Both.
kind of
They
investigation.
can be both.
My carrying capacity is 150 pounds max, and I'm not actually carrying anything other than spell components and 2 staves, so I can probably contribute like at least 100 pounds of carrying capacity, so if someone else wants to carry with me.
Yeah, I'll carry with you. I got a...
Like a hacked up frog?
What? No, the living frog.
The living frog.
Yeah.
Oh.
The revivified frog.
Okay, we're still bringing him along with us?
Yeah, because just because we can't speak languages doesn't mean everyone can't.
Okay. Maybe the Pachikit people can.
Yeah, maybe they can talk bullywug.
Yeah,
Patch.
that's right.
Gumbo Pete will say,
Hey, one of you with like a sword or something sharp. Come here.
I'm right there.
Hey.
I've got swords that are sharp, or at least daggers.
points out a sapling. It's probably 2 inches in diameter, a little tree, and tells you to hack it down so that you can string your prisoner up onto that so that you can hoist it up.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sure.
You know, just like if you were to go boar hunting.
I like it. Much less being bitten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not being bitten's
Yeah.
good. I prefer that.
I kind of feel bad that we kept one alive and just completely murdered the other ones.
You can kill this one later if you like.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah.
We should try to revive all of them. They might not be...
Death is always an option.
That'd be fine.
They don't seem that bad. We're probably in their territory, and they thought we were the bad guys breaking into their lands. So
I want to be clear, though. Gumbo Pete had never seen these creatures before, and he's been here his whole
Correct.
life. So I don't think this is a normal
It's not their
event.
territory, at least.
And they tried to kill us, and I am totally cool with killing them before they kill us.
Their greeting was spear to shoulder, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That is
And then
correct.
immediate grapple.
Yeah.
Grapple, grapple.
Moka, how many can you revive?
once a day.
And the
Twice a day,
Revivify
maybe?
spell, how many spell slots do you have?
The one on my gauntlets are long rest.
Okay, but like, you're a cleric of life.
Oh, the Revivify spell?
Yeah.
3rd level spell, and I have 3 spell slots. And I didn't use any 3rd.
So you could Revivify 3 more if you want.
I'm just kidding. Let's just move on.
I was gonna say this is so different than
die.
season 1 Mocha, who was just like, I just want to go home.
And I'm looking at Pidge thinking, I don't want to revivify things that just want to kill me some more. I don't think that's what I set out to do.
Well, if her conscience was hurting.
I'm just saying
I
that
just
with
felt
my
bad
eyes.
because the one that was caressing the baby bullywog, he seemed like, or she seemed like, there's a connection. They're human. They have emotions and feelings, and I don't know. Maybe we walked into their nesting area or something.
I have more rope. Do you want to tie up
Where does
3
the rat-
more? And okay,
No, let's just go.
okay, all right.
But we'll go towards the tribe.
All right. So you guys,
Is there a time when we're going to take a little break?
yes, we're yeah.
Excellent.
You arrive at the outside of the Patchkey village. You know you've arrived because before you is a wall of plant life, like thick vines that have been twisted and woven together, probably by druidic magic, if you were to take a guess. But it rises 150 feet into the air as it encircles this little swamp village. And Gumbo Pete pulls out a little pan flute from his pocket pouch, plays a big long whistle. There's a whistle from the other side, and the big gate that's made of big wooden logs opens up into a very quaint little rustic village with grass hut or thatch roofed houses, little communal gardens, and you guys step inside. The big gates close behind you, and that is where we will take our break, as you are safely within the walls of the Pidge village with your prisoner and Gumbo Pete. Yes.
Oh my.
Joining us this time were Pidge,
Bye-bye.
Moka,
Bye.
and Manford.
Bye, y'all.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. You can find new episodes by subscribing through your podcast player or by visiting firebreathingkittenspodcast.com. Can you think of a friend who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through your support. Tweet #FireBreathingKittensPodcast, and we may, in a future episode, name a non-playable character after you. Leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll read your review at the end of an episode.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens. We are joined again by Pidge,
Hello.
Moka,
Hi.
Manford,
Howdy, y'all.
and me, the Dungeon Master, sort of. All right, you guys, roll a d20. We're going to see who's going to do the recap. I will also do this.
14.
12.
I got an 8, so it is Manford.
Yay!
What happened, Manford?
We had this lovely adventure where we went on a boat. We were already pretty well on our way. We did a little gambling, got a little serious amount of salamander urine on us. We spread that around, and when we got where we were going, we smelled it everywhere we went. I think it was the town. We had some really delicious beignets, got on a boat with a guy named Gumbo Pete, and then had an encounter with some giant frogs. And they may be a giant frog cult because they had a symbol around them made of wood with 5 serpent heads in a circle.
Yep.
I think that's what happened.
You forgot why
And then
we're
we
on
just
this
got to the
mission.
town we were heading to.
Yeah, that seems accurate enough to me. We'll go with that.
Right.
No, it was dead on. Good job.
I was paying attention.
Okay. So, you've just arrived at the Pidge village, which is a small communal-style village completely encircled in a tall, plant-based wall, keeping all the dangers of the swamp at bay. You see cute little huts with grass and vine-thatched roofs, gardens, various types of people all milling about. There is a wooden plaque when you first walk in that says, "Oh, we're all going to die anyway. Nothing matters. Have a good time."
I love it. I put my lips to my hand, kiss my hand, and I tap it.
Which is really funny that your character ended up being like that, because I'd already planned to make this a nihilist village anyway.
Nice.
So, yeah. But they're optimistic nihilists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're all about just living their best lives, being nice. And that's what they're doing.
I was going to say I'm not sure I'm the nice guy.
No. You're got some questionable motivations periodically.
Truly.
But that's fine. But there are all kinds of people in here milling about doing their normal business, and a couple of them wave at Gumbo Pete. He waves back and is,
All right. Well, this is where I get off, I guess. Well, I don't know. I was gonna go stay in my hut, but the giant frog people, I'm just gonna. Hey.
I walk over to Pete and I put both hands, one on each shoulder, and I look at him right in the eye and I say, "Pete, I'd feel safer if you stayed here with us."
yeah, he kind of looks at everybody, looks back at you, and goes,
I mean, I guess I kind of have to stay here now. I don't want to let you down, obviously. So
I give him another gold piece to make lodgings here.
Oh no, they won't charge. Well, I mean, I'll take it anyway. But
Good for you.
all right. Well, if you don't need me for anything else,
Puts his hands in his pockets and starts to take a big step away from you.
I hand him the three frogs I gigged, and say, if he could cook those up, if he thought of a good way to cook them up, I'd appreciate sharing in some of that.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right. Remember, I'm a half elf, not a goblin. Flavor it for me.
He gives you a courteous little bow and bounds off towards the center of the village. You can see there's several cooking pots in the center of the town with little fires, different people tending each one of them. So everybody's dressed pretty plainly here. You do see a couple of people have kind of a more earthy look to them, like actual plant life growing on them, or a lot of furs and tanned hides, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look like I'm a human child carrying a pole with a large humanoid frog on it. Does anybody react to that?
Oh yeah, there's some definite some long glances, couple whispers amongst themselves.
I'm
But
gonna
you guys
meet them
also
in the eye. Anyone who cares to keep glancing at me and say, "You guys got a leader?"
One fella with just a mop of ruddy or mousy brown hair. It's like, yeah. Do you need some help with that, kiddo?
Sure. Delivery, I say.
And as they approach, it goes, what is that? And see a couple more people come over as now a crowd is starting to gather, and there's whispers. And the guy at the front that's already spoken to you guys is, who are you guys? What is that? And it's like, and they kind of all jump back a little bit.
Moka, you want to explain?
Yeah, Moka.
They attacked us on our way here. I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. You hear kind of the, it sounds like the clatter of wooden cups or something coming towards the crowd. And you start to see the staff above people's heads that has some wood dangly bits off the top of it that are making that sound, and people getting pushed out of the way. And you hear a voice,
now move away. Let me through. What's going on?
and a elderly turtle woman steps into the center of the crowd, goes,
All right, now, child, what in tarnation have you brought into my village?
I bow deep and low as she's speaking.
She nods approvingly at you.
Now, that one's got manners.
I have a -1 in charisma, so I'm going to look like a shy, quiet child.
Yeah. I've got a +3.
Somebody get this child some sugar. It's way too... Look at it, it's docile. That is not natural.
Thank you so much for hearing us out. On our way here, we encountered these creatures, and we were sent here by the mayor.
She starts poking it with her staff.
We were sent here by the mayor of the town not far from here because people had been going missing. And when we were talking to Gumbo Pete, who was our guide here, he indicated he'd never seen such creatures. Have y'all seen such creatures? Because quite a few of them jumped us and tried to kill us on our way here.
She leans over and peers at it, and it... She goes,
I ain't seen one of these in a long time.
And I hold up the little necklace it was wearing.
She'll reach up and grab it with her 3-fingered hand and pull it in and goes,
Well, I think you could do better.
And hands it back to you.
I agree.
She motions at a couple of the folk that are standing around. She says,
Why don't you grab that fella there and let's take it back. Have a look at him. I guess let me enter. I am Mama Roux welcome to the Pidge. You are most welcome here.
Mama Roux, thank you for being so kind and allowing us to come here.
Man, why don't y'all follow me back to my docile, and we will have ourselves a little conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
She turns and starts to push people, not forcibly, but, just shouldering her way through this crowd that is gathered. Now, y'all go back on to get back to work. You've got stuff to do. Everybody's got stuff to do. We all always have stuff to do. And start shooing people away. Y'all know it doesn't matter anyway. Get.
I remind everybody, it doesn't matter anyway. We're all going to die. It's okay.
They all say it back to you as though it is some sort of
mantra.
And also with you, sort of.
Oh, yes, of course. And also with you. Yeah. Y'all. Also with y'all.
Yeah. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. We're all going to die.
We're all going to die.
Live your best life. All right. And so you follow her and the few people back to her particular hut. It's a little bigger than most of the other ones. They're all, roughly the same size. Nobody seems to have really spread out and taken up more space than they needed to. And you get that hers is bigger not because she's a leader, but because she's a big lady. She's a wide lady as a turtle. She just physically needs more space. So she has it. And inside there is a tiefling lady with super white, almost silvery skin. And her eyes are silver, so no pupils or anything. It's just silver. And she's got almost antler-like horns, but there's like moss and mushrooms and stuff just like all over. And she's kind of jarring up some stuff inside the main part of the house there. And as you enter, Mama Roux goes, fellows, this is my apprentice, Artima. Artima, say hello. And she turns and looks at you guys. Hey, nice to meet you. And goes right back to doing her thing.
Nice to meet you, Artima.
Hello.
And then they bring in the bullywug, and she turns to that, and she's like, whoa, what's that?
We were hoping y'all knew.
Well, Mama Roux does know. Mama Roux excuses the villagers.
Well, I have introduced myself, and I suppose now is as good a time as any. You all are?
I'm Manford Malachite, and I am here representing Fire Breathing Kittens.
I am Pidge Beekman.
I'm Moka.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, why are you trampling through our swamp with a small child? That does seem terrible irresponsible.
I agree, 100%, if only that were the case.
I tap my hat, and I turn back into a rock gnome, facing away from the frog.
She goes, trickery. Clever child.
Tap my head again, back to being a small child.
She winks at you real big. She goes over and grabs a jug off the counter and pours herself some swamp wine, offers you guys some if you want any.
Of course I accept.
Hilariously, the small child is drinking wine.
All right. She slowly hunkers down to get comfortable so she can talk to you. Artima is, meanwhile, just continuing to mix and grind plants and stuff over on the counter.
Now, if my memory serves, that right there,
And she points her big staff at the bullywug.
that's what we call a bullywug. Now, normally, they live deep in the swamp, and, they aren't seen around many places. They tend to keep to themselves. It is highly unusual that one would be anywhere near, especially our village.
Mama Roux, we were not far from here, and there were 5 of them, and there was one that was much bigger than this.
And you said there's people going missing.
Yes, ma'am, quite a few.
That is highly disturbing.
Yes, ma'am.
That does explain the rudeness that we have been receiving from some of the fisher folk around here.
Normally, our trading is rather good with them, but they have been especially hostile lately.
Whenever something bad happens, we want to blame somebody. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just going to lament about the nature of death. You go ahead.
Do you have...
You know, we all die.
Do you have anyone who might be able to communicate with the bullywogs? It does seem like they're able to think. They're just not able to speak common.
Oh, well, now, child, there is where I can most definitely assist you. And
Oh, goodness. Awesome.
and I apologize. I actually meant to pull this spell up while we were on our break. I don't know.
No worries.
Wait, no, it's called tongues.
Touching tongues. On a tongue.
Probably not a...
Such as tongue. Oh, sorry, not that song? Sorry.
No,
Okay.
that's not... I mean, I guess it could be. That's
I
how
hope
she casts
not.
it.
Okay, great.
You're just silly.
I truly ask my kids.
Oh, well. I guess the flavor of the spell doesn't matter. She casts tongues on herself. And scooches over towards the bullywug, and she begins at it, and it looks surprised for a second, and then makes similar sounds back to her, and she turns to you all and well, is there anything specific? Now, I'm not ever been what's the word, an interrogator, so if you want to guide me here on your what y'all need me to do here, I asked it its name, and it's Frederick is the best translation I can come up with. He says he's most definitely not from here and is from over there, so I'm probably going to need just a little guidance here on specifically how I need to go about this.
Interrogation, investigation, insight. What fits in your mind? How best to play this? Persuasion.
Can you cast tongues on it instead of on you?
Well, that's crazy smart.
Would have been a good idea. Hold on, it's tongues, right? Why isn't this pulling up in spells?
So I'll just read it. This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
All right, so she goes, well, yes, I do think that would have been a better idea. Hold on just 1 second. She concentrates and then kind of clangs her staff with the wooden bits on it on the bullywug shoulder, and the suddenly transforms and but no, really, just let me go. There's a baby out there somewhere, and I just don't understand. I think I was dead. I don't know who these people are. There was and then that kid showed up. I don't know. It's been a very stressful, confusing day. I was just doing what I was told.
That's what they all say.
Truly.
Told you to attack us?
It was our patrol leader. I mean, you guys look. I mean, you'd probably keep it fed for several days. So we thought, hey, this would be a good opportunity to get a break afterwards.
You were thinking about eating us?
No, I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed, but I mean, not us specifically. No.
Okay.
I don't know what's the right answer here. I don't want to die.
Keep what fed?
That'd be the great snake. That we have to keep it fed now. It came and it was gonna eat us, but if we feed it, it won't.
I asked some specifics about the snake, and do I need to roll a knowledge test to know about nagas?
You can. Well, he describes the snake as 5-headed.
Oh.
Yep.
Not a naga.
Yeah, it's not a naga.
Sounds like a hydra.
You can do a nature check.
Sure. Okay. Probably not my area of expertise, but I will look and see what I got in that area. Oh, +3. I'm pretty smart.
Yeah.
I get an 11.
I wonder what Moka would get for religion, because they were wearing talismans with 5-headed snakes on them. So, Moka, can you do a religion check?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's good.
I wrote in that one.
Yeah, you
Plus
don't
six.
know.
I sold
with an
my soul.
11.
I might not have any more religion in me.
Yeah, with an 11, you know at least that it's not literally some kind of snake.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
it's not a real snake?
It's not
Probably another type of creature.
yeah, snake might be like the best
Oh.
lost in translation sort of.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows about any missing people from the town and if he fed them to the snake.
Ha.
Already? Too late?
It's a good question.
He again, he looks really nervous, and he's like, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know what my odds of surviving this are, so I'm kind of hesitant to. You know.
I put both hands on his shoulders, and I look him square in the eye, and I say, "You're going to leave here alive when you're done explaining to us what we need to know."
I do persuasion and tell him that we're gonna kill the big snake, so you need to help us out here.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Can I assist with my part on that?
Yeah, so it can be with advantage.
Well, I wrote a 16 plus 5, but I will roll again to see if it's higher. Okay, 15. So 16 plus 5.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you could get rid of the big snake, I'd be okay with that. And not kill me would also be pretty great, gonna be honest. But yeah, sorry, we did already feed those people. I mean, it's very hungry all the time. It ate most of our village before we figured out how to make it not eat us by feeding it.
Why did you carve this necklace?
For a sense of camaraderie, team building.
Esprit de corps, sure.
Yeah, and also it's got a bit of an ego, so we're kind of playing into that. I don't know if you've ever had to, live under the tyranny of a large monster, but you kind of have to, play your part. Have you ever had to live under the tyranny? Because it's not the best.
I haven't.
I mean, this place seems pretty nice, actually.
Mama Roux.
Yes.
Can we have some beignets?
Oh, watch out. I thought you would never ask.
And we can pay for them, Mama Roux. And by the way, have you ever heard of a 5-headed snake?
She'll ponder that.
Cool. All right. But we definitely want the beignets. Because that's a
got a
good
natural
memory.
one. She's
definitely
that
clueless.
sounds like fantasy to her.
Sure.
But Artemis, let's see. Does she know anything?
I kind of just want her out of the room.
Yeah. She heads out to the central cooking area. There's no kitchen in here.
Sure.
Okay. Because I do know she makes beignets, because the Mayor Collywobble told us.
That's correct.
Okay, so she's not in the room?
Yeah. And Artemis followed her out.
Excellent. And nobody from the village is in this room?
Correct.
I'll go fill the doorway and protect that no one else comes in.
Okay, I do want to ask a few questions that might be sensitive to the village. Were you guys planning on feeding this village to the snake?
Oh, well, I mean, just whoever we could catch. I mean, there wasn't this is a pretty big village to try to take on with just the 5 of us. There's not I may have mentioned most of my village is, been eaten. So we don't have a big fighting force.
Okay. I just didn't want to pour Mama Roux to hear that all of her loved ones were planning on being... You did want to start a war. So if we were to kill the snake, would you guys stop kidnapping and killing people? Or is that just something you do a lot?
Oh, yeah. No, that's not normal.
Okay.
I mean, no, if somebody happened to wander into our part of the swamp, hunting is hunting, but we don't, go out of our way.
Do you feel bad that we killed all of those people?
Me? No, they attacked us.
I mean, I'm pretty upset about it. Again, not much of my family is left.
So sad.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't have attacked us.
Well, I would like to start Bullywog, if it's okay with you, I would like to engage in a tradition, a long mythic history in our universe, and give you a kiss.
This bullywug just looks at you.
I'm seeking consent first.
I still get to live though, right?
Yes. Either way.
I guess. Not on the mouth, though. That's weird. I don't know you like that.
Well, I think to hold up the mythic proportions of this moment, it has to be on the lips.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure, you bet. Persuasion in this 14. I really sell the importance of this.
Yeah.
Wait. The moment their lips touch, I have a reaction.
Fair enough.
Well, he says, "Right, fine, but does everybody have to watch? This is a little embarrassing."
Oh, I totally get that. Of course not. No. I come in from the doorway, and I swap with either Moka or Pidge, whoever will take that spot.
I'll go to the doorway.
Moka goes and looks out, and I give the bullywog a kiss on the lips.
The moment their lips touch, the bullywog needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
I have a feeling there's going to be a princess in front of me.
That's a 3.
Oh yeah, spell save DC is 16. The moment their lips touch, I turn the bullywog into, I think it's a prince, right, in the story? Into a handsome prince.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
Using the spell Polymorph. Cast in time, one action. Range 60 feet.
I get to know that there's some way I get to tell if that's a spell or not, right? My friend is pranking me.
I mean, your lips touched a frog, so yeah.
You could do an Arcana, I guess insight. You could do an insight check to see if you feel like
I'm a professional deceiver.
Something's going on. I'll let you do that.
All right. 16 plus, what is my Arcana? Oh, I'm pretty smart. 19.
All right, so you definitely know something magical just happened. Give me an insight check to see if you think it was via Pidge.
My friend or not? Mm-hmm. No, in that regard, I'm pretty dumb.
Yeah, so magic just happened. You don't think it came from Pidge.
Okay.
And this bullywug is now a handsome... What? Oh, look at that.
Oh, everyone has donuts.
I don't have donuts.
Oh, man.
All right, so there is this belief that I have that this creature just turned before me with my magical kiss to a handsome prince.
Totally worth my last 4th level spell slot.
All right, but I need Pidge to describe this prince, because what Pidge might think of as a handsome prince might not be, like, is it human, a gnome, an elf?
Okay, it's a human with tan skin and shiny brown hair that's cut short around his face. Not like long, like to his shoulders or anything. And not a buzz cut, but like, you know, wavy.
Okay. But also not a mullet, right?
No, not a mullet.
Okay, just checking.
Picture like
standard guy
a Disney
cut.
prince, right? Like, so that face structure, but with slightly darker skin, and shiny brown hair.
All
Human.
Right.
The
Okay.
standard prince.
And I did.
Yeah. But
yeah.
brown hair. But yeah.
All right, and what is Manford's reaction to this?
I'm really an impressive kisser. I knew I had some special talent, but this proves it. These creatures may actually not be frog creatures. They may be human or humanoid.
Immediately, the bullywug human prince, Frederick, starts, what happened? What?
I turn around and I see a handsome prince and I straighten out my hair.
What happened to my skin? Oh, I don't understand. What happened? Oh.
No, sorry about that. I said, I think when I kissed you, Frederick, it turned you into the handsome prince that you truly are.
This is awful.
I always thought that was just a make-believe story.
I can't go home looking like this.
All right, you want me to kiss you again?
He starts hyperventilating. He's freaking out.
We probably have to kiss again. I might turn into a frog, but you probably will turn back into a frog.
Yeah, do it quick.
Okay, I kiss him right on the lips. No tongue, just a
I drop the polymorph spell.
Okay.
really hard kiss. Solid kiss.
Okay.
Good kiss.
Yeah, he really participates out of panic.
Understood.
Wait. I'm just picturing, so we've got a red-headed, green-eyed half-elf making out with a
freckles.
human.
That suddenly turns into a bullywug, which is literally a giant frog person.
Life is good. We're all going to die.
A little bit of fan service in every episode.
You never know. We don't do a whole lot of the romance here, but sometimes. Okay. Well, Frederick is going to need some time to process everything that has happened today in his life.
Frederick, will you take us to where you live?
Yeah, I guess.
Now that we've had this very special moment together.
He looks at you for like way too long. He's like, yeah, I guess we can. It'll be okay. And blushes. So it's a weird. Well, not weird, but
this is pretty weird.
You know, don't yuck somebody's yum. This is for somebody.
That's right. Right. Frog kissing is a thing. It's a tradition. It's a historical thing.
But Frederick is relieved to be alive and is happy to take you in the morning. Not right now because the sun is setting. And if you thought the swamp was dangerous in the daytime, it is just full of critters at the night times. But he'll take you to the Great Snake.
Thank you, Frederick.
So it's a long rest?
I'm looking forward to our
It is a long rest.
Oh, I'm healed. Okay.
And you get the best beignets you've ever had.
Ooh.
There are several pots of gumbo, even some that Pete made with the some of the frog. He brings you some fried frog legs.
Oh, nice. Are they good?
Let's see.
I always ask that question.
They're okay.
Okay, I'll take okay.
Yeah. You feel like he really tried to make it to the flavor palette of an elf, but it just ended up more erring on the side of bland.
Mm.
You know? So they're passable. But at least they don't taste like goblin food. Which might be a little more like sauerkrauty, I guess. I imagine that they like more tart. I don't know. I don't like sauerkraut, so to me that sounds bad. So, but to I know people love sauerkraut. Anyway, yeah, there's all kinds of rice and beans and crawdads.
Listeners, 2 of our players are eating donuts in front of the other rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then rocks fall and everyone dies except for Pidge.
It's a Boston cream and it's so good.
This one's jelly filled. It's so delish.
Okay. Some of us don't have donuts.
You got. Okay. Well, it
If we lived in the
is.
same city, I would
I was
have
going to
had
say.
take him to you.
I know.
I was just thinking about how do I get GitHub to take you some donuts.
Oh,
I don't know your address, so
Yeah, delivery.
No, I probably shouldn't be eating donuts.
Yeah.
me either.
I don't care.
Well, you're super tiny, so you've got
We're gonna die anyway.
room.
Might as
Might
well,
as
be
well
from
enjoy
donuts.
this donut.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're all going to die anyway. Have a donut, but still take care of yourself because that you want to make the time that you've got pleasant. So say the Pidge.
So saith us all. Sorry, I think I fell into their cult already. Wow. I think I'm
say
going to
it's a
retire
cult.
here after I... Oh,
Like-
sorry.
I mean, you're free to come and go. Nobody
Oh, okay.
nobody has to give up anything when they show up. You're allowed to have your own stuff. They just find it's easier to share.
Mm.
I say all this because I don't want to put a cult in this world.
Nope. Sorry. Totally cool.
They're just real chill, man.
A communal living environment.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely one guy that's walking around in a house robe wearing sandals all day. That's super chill. There's actually probably a few of those.
Does he go bowling every night? Sorry.
Yeah,
The
they,
dude.
They have
Do they call him the dude?
mhm. They have some coconuts
abides.
that they had imported that they roll down on.
Nice.
Some
Nice.
druids made a stone shaped a little bowling alley.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I guess I could stone shape the bowling balls too. That would make more sense than coconuts. Wow. Now there's a use that I haven't seen druids used for yet. What a miss. You're welcome, D&D world. Druids make bowling balls.
I can stone shape.
Yeah, wizards.
that's right.
Wizards can stone shape.
Yep.
You could make a bowling ball for Manford so that he could participate, or you could participate. I don't know. I don't know what y'all are into.
Obviously, it's tying up frogs and bringing them into town and kissing them
Yeah.
and transforming them into human-like princes.
Hey, you did that with your kiss, man. That was
I
all
was-
you.
Yeah. And
Quite the kisser. Just
Don't
saying.
kiss me. I don't want to be a human prince.
No. I think I found my calling. It's to find all the princes in the world that are frogs.
well, Frederick does linger around you the rest of the evening.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. I've got a follower,
Yeah. How long
and he's a prince.
does comprehend language or tongues or whatever?
Tongues.
I think it was an hour, but I can look it up again. Let's see.
Based on level, right?
It is clicking.
That's fine. He's back to croaking,
1
so he can't.
hour.
Yeah, so he can't talk to you. So he's just trying to emote via body language and stuff. You can tell he
Okay.
just shyly following you around. Blushes
Okay.
when you look at him.
I check in with him regularly. Definitely share my boring frog legs with him too.
Does Frederick eat frog legs?
That would be weird, right?
Yeah, no, he politely just puts up a hand. It's just kind of gestures like at his tummy, kind of
Sure.
like a vague like
No cannibalism, he gestures.
yeah.
Well, just remember, Pidge, you were the first one to discuss that, so that's all I'm saying. All right.
Well, we did have the lobster man that ate lobster that time, so it happens in this world.
That's true. I forgot why that happens
Very.
with me a lot.
Yeah, it's not unheard of. But yeah, no, you don't know about all the bullywugs, but at least not Frederick. He's not into it. You guys are able to long rest, and Frederick couldn't go anywhere if he wanted to because of the wall and the gate.
Sure.
So
Long rest, I'm healed.
long rest, you heal, you get your spell slots back.
I get spell slots? All right.
Yep, you've now got all your levels of stabbing back.
Oh, stabbing. I
Yeah,
love
that's a great
stabbing.
spell. Mama Roux packs you guys some lunches.
Ooh, beignets? Are they beignets?
There's some beignets. You have beignets for
Oh.
breakfast also.
Gained 10 pounds on this trip.
Mm-hmm. And I actually do need to pull up one thing before you head out. Yeah, they have pets in this village.
Ah.
It's a little bobcat,
Oh, of course.
totally domesticated.
Oh, good. Okay.
You can have that kind of stuff when you have magic. When there's magic in the wild.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm pretty
it's-
sure I've seen people with wild cats for pets that are domesticated. It's really weird.
Well, as domesticated as they can be.
When your
That's
city
right.
already smells like salamander urine, what is the downside?
Exactly. Let's see.
Hi, kitty kitty.
For the listeners, wildcats like to pee in your bed. They like to find your bed, and they like to pee in it. That's why people don't have wildcats as pets in real life.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's why.
Also, if they're big enough, they'll hurt you. Even if they're sweet.
Bobcats, servals, Asian leopard cats, they all like to pee, like, everywhere. Yep.
As a, like, territorial kind of?
No, it's because they love you.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
So much like salamanders in this world. I see.
Alrighty. So before you leave, Artema's gonna come up and give you guys each a little token. It's just a simple wooden disc. It's not got anything on it. It doesn't seem, notable in any particular way. But she gives them to you, and she's like, "So, if you just break these in half, you'll be able to walk on water for an hour." So it seemed like that would be helpful. And yeah,
I offer her a hug.
no, thank you.
Thank you very much for these. This is awesome.
I thank her.
She just turns and walks away. There's like a little trail of mushrooms that kind of pop up as she's walking off.
That's a pretty awesome druid right there.
Yeah, she's still in training, but she's getting there. All right. So you head off. Gumbo Pete is going to wait here, please and thank you.
Yes.
And
I slip him another gold to stick around and make sure he's got a place to stay.
He smiles at you, and when he does, you can see he's got a few more teeth now. Like maybe he was
good.
able to afford some dental work while he was here with all of these extra gold pieces
Nice.
you're dropping his way.
I'm glad I could be of service to him.
I mean, still nowhere near a full mouth, but there's definitely more. Goblin have a
As long
lot of
as he-
teeth.
Well, I was going to say, as long as he can eat his frog legs with his teeth, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm helping the universe there.
Okay, so you travel through the swamp with Frederick. He periodically will turn to you guys while you're traveling and make croaking sounds and point out some hazards along the way.
Okay.
It does take till mid-afternoon before you get to a point where he motions for you to kind of hunker down and wait a second and watch. He cups a hand to where your ears would be if he had ears on his head to like listen. So perception checks from everybody.
18.
7.
16.
All right, Pidge, you don't hear it, but Manford and Moka, you can hear some. It almost sounds like waves lapping on a beach. And you can, through the trees from that direction, you can kind of see a big shape just seems to be just lightly resting in the water. Like if you hadn't noticed the noise, you might have just assumed it was a rock in the water or maybe a fallen tree or something. But it's like a large creature might be chilling out over there.
How far away is this?
About 150 feet from where you're at.
Can I tell if there's space to get behind it?
Oh yeah, there's trees and things around. There is water on one side of. I mean, it's in the water. It's probably maybe 10 feet from where you can see solid ground. You don't know how deep the water and how fast it drops off next to it. And on the other side, it does open up into a larger pond. I don't know what you would call those little stretches where there's more water in a swamp, but it's not huge.
Okay. I snap the gift that we got from Artema
All right.
to invoke the water walking and then I use my stealth to try to slip out and head out, indicating to Moka and Pidge what I'm doing.
I nod and make no sound if I can.
You don't make sound as you nod. You're fine.
You never know. Head full of rocks or something.
Yeah. With a subtle movement, I'm not going to say that needs any kind of check. I mean, I guess if you were in like full armor plate mail, there's a chance you could, but you're a wizard. You could nod. Nodding is a free action.
Okay.
What about Moka?
I nod, but not as much. Just like move as little as possible with my head.
You wink. Yeah. Okay. Because you aren't you in full plate?
I'm not sure if I'm in. I have the words chainmail probably written somewhere, but I don't picture myself wearing it.
Do you benefit from it?
I think I do, but I just it's like it's invisible chainmail.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those fantasy chainmails for a female where it doesn't cover your body.
Mm. That's okay. That works.
And it's underneath my white dress because I don't like it.
That's also fair.
That's pretty cool there.
Okay, so Manford, you're gonna sneak. So I
am.
You roll stealth, and I will roll
stealth. 27.
Ooh,
It's
you beat it. So you're able to speak much closer up to this creature, and you can see it's definitely not a snake. It almost looks like it would be a dragon, but you don't see wings.
Great.
And you do see 5 necks. And as you kind of peek through some bushes, you can see it does indeed have 5 heads on those 5 necks. That, yeah, I mean, if you squint and tilt your head one way or the other, you could say they are snake-like.
Well, then I am going to change my action at this point instead of trying to sneak up right behind it and stab it with a dagger or rapier, and think that maybe a short bow from this range might be sufficient, and I'm going to try to hit it in the head. One of the 5, with great optimism. Okay.
All right, so we will roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. Aw.
4.
Yes, and I have a 4 initiative, so I rolled a 1.
14.
I thought I was sneaking.
Well,
Thought I had the drop.
Well, kind of. And Pidge, you said 14?
Yep.
Okay. So it did not see you come up there. So as we start combat, you do go before it does.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to fire my short bow. 12. No, sorry, that's wrong. 22.
To hit? Yes.
Yes.
You hit.
And that die 6 plus 4 die 6 for sneak attack.
How far are we from the monster?
I was trying to get within short bow range.
Yeah, originally you guys, I think it was 150 feet, and then Manford moved up to, what, like, are you 60-ish feet from it?
Yeah, that's where I was shooting for, was 60-ish.
Yeah.
Plus, what's the damage there? 4. Well, I did not roll well. 17 damage.
Okay.
I did not roll 2 1s like I did last time, though.
Okay. Pidge and Moka, we'll retro this a little bit. We'll retcon. There we go. Not retro. When Manford was sneaking up, were either of you doing anything?
Probably just waiting to see what he was doing. So I was probably just laying there watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make less noise if I don't move.
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys are still 150 feet away.
I mean, I guess I could cast aid, just for everyone again. 5
Sweet.
HP.
Oh, thank you.
As soon as you saw the monster from, a distance, and be like, okay, I think aid would be useful now.
Does that last all day or?
8 hours?
Okay, so we can say that you did it
Okay.
a little while ago so that you're not having to do it right as combat kicks off.
Good.
You're a seasoned adventurer, you know.
When something's about to go down.
Yeah, you know. Well, we're gonna go fight a monster today. I'll go ahead and boop, boop, boop.
Okay.
Okay. So that wakes the Hydra up, and its 5 heads rear up out of the water, and it looks around for the source of its attack.
Well, I hope I didn't give up my stealthy position.
When you fire a weapon, you do.
Wakes,
you reveal yourself.
You let yourself out, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
That is one of the mechanics.
Its secret is out of the bag. I'm invisible now.
Did you use any bonus actions on your turn?
I did not.
You can bonus action attempt to hide.
I will do that.
So you can roll your stealth check.
That would only be a 12.
Okay, so yeah, it sees you.
Yeah.
And it will...
So many choices.
It is going to come out of the water and begin barreling towards you, but that will take its full action to move to, because it has to dash to get to you, but it bellows out of all of its heads and begins trampling towards you. The ground kind of quakes as it does so.
I guess I didn't kill one of its heads. I was so sad about that.
Yeah. Takes a little more.
Wonder if we should talk to him. And they're like, why are you here? You keep killing these poor people. Poor innocent people.
Well, this is a huge monster.
Yeah,
that's taken over a town, eaten half of it, and then made it enslave other people to kill.
It doesn't really matter what its motivations are.
It's hungry. It's hungry because its town, the deforestation killed its normal food supply back home, and now he's stuck in a swamp eating other people.
Talking's a free action. How close are you to me?
All right,
pretty close.
You see this big 5-headed Hydra come barreling out of the water towards the direction that you know Manford is in. You're 150 feet away.
Did it get closer to me when it went towards Manford, or further from me?
Manford, you went to the side of it, right?
I went not directly at it, but a little to, so that it was away from its heads. Yeah.
Yeah, so really it's...
Not behind it, though.
Yeah. It's still, we'll say, 125 feet. I mean, there wasn't a lot of lateral movement there. It was all just...
Okay, so it's 125 feet from me.
Yeah.
Is there cover between me and it, away from Moka the talkative?
Oh yeah, you're still totally in the swamp. There are trees and shrubs and stuff all over. There's some places where you can tell like it nested, where there's some stuff trampled down, but you have all the options.
I would like to move closer to it by my movement speed of 35 feet and end my movement behind full cover if possible, so that I'm not targetable. If a target is behind, If a target is behind, a target with total cover can't be targeted directly by an attack or spell, although some spells can reach such a target by including it in an area of effect. So my goal is full cover. If I can't get full cover, I could get like half cover, or 3/4 cover, or partial, like, what is it? 3/4 cover would give me +5 bonus to AC, and half cover would give me +2 bonus to AC and Dex and saving throws.
Okay, so you're running up 35 feet, and yeah, you're a little rock gnome. You can find a big swamp tree to completely duck behind.
Yay! And then I cast Erupting Earth, and the ground underneath in a 20-foot cube becomes difficult terrain as it explodes. Please make a Dex saving throw. You'll take 19 damage if you fail.
Alrighty.
Cast it at 4th level.
It got a 3.
All right. 19 damage then.
Boom. That adds to the, 17 I did? Awesome.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That's a good turn.
That was a good turn. You can see the ground underneath it just sprays up, and it's tearing up bits of hide off of it. It seems pretty angry now.
Yeah.
Moka.
It seems like I'm really far away from it, so I'm gonna dash 60 feet closer to it, and my spiritual weapon is has a range of 60 feet. I don't think I'm close enough still, right?
Yeah, not quite.
Okay, then I'll use my
Your spiritual weapon is just that far. It's
I know.
just waving right next to it.
Well, yeah, I'll cast the spiritual weapon and it'll just be right next to it.
Yeah. Okay. So you move up 60, so. Alrighty. Mansford.
Ooh. Is it too close to fire a bow? Is it really right on me? Or
Yeah, it came right
20?
up. It came right up to you. And then the ground kind of blasted out right in front of you, but not quite at you.
It is not taken. Has it not taken an action?
Well, it used its full action last time to dash.
Oh, so it did take a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to swing on it. Okay. I have my little rapier that I'm sure it's a tiny itty-bitty blade to it, but I'm going to try to make it the most I can. Unfortunately, I only rolled a 10, and I bet it's got a higher AC than that.
It does. It does have a higher AC.
A little higher than that.
Yeah, just, a smidgen.
And then I'm going to try to disengage and get out of the way.
All right. So you bonus action disengage and move.
Yes.
Okay. It's 30 feet, right?
Yes, and I'll try to find cover as well. 30 feet.
Okay.
Fearing reprisal in the form of a breath weapon.
The Hydra is going to give chase.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You're able to get partial cover behind a tree.
Okay.
This is where it's going to get gnarly.
Ooh, gnarly. I love gnarly.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it fun? All right.
It is
the
fun.
first head reaches around behind the tree with a 24 and get ya. And that's going to be 14 points.
Can I use my uncanny dodge to have the attack's damage?
Yes. So then you'll take 7 points.
Excellent.
And it's still got all 5 heads, so...
Okay.
Second head totally misses as
That's
you
a lot
roll
of heads.
away. A 14 is also going to miss. That was head number 3. Head number 4 also misses. And the last head is a 21, so it will hit.
Probably won't dodge that one as well.
Another 14. So 21 points total with all the head attack, which isn't too bad to have 5 heads come at you.
No, that's pretty good. And how much was that last one? I'm sorry?
It was the last one was 14. So
14. That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
minus 16. Okay.
Okay. Then Pidge.
I pop my head out from my full cover and I look for how far away the Hydra is from me.
Okay. So it would be math and angles.
Math and angles is our song. We sing it when we can't go wrong. Sing, oh sing, the math and angles
We'll say it's
song.
like 90 feet now.
Okay.
Ish.
I blow it up for 26 points of damage with Erupting Earth, which has 120-foot range,
Oh my
and
God.
pop my head back behind the full cover.
All right. Does it need to do another deck save?
Yeah, and if it does successfully save against a spell save DC of 16, then it takes half damage. 13.
Okay. It did not save, so that was 26.
Yep.
And that also knocks one of its heads off.
Oh gosh.
Only one, though. I'm
And
getting worried now.
It's now also moving through difficult terrain, so that 20-foot cube halves its movement to chase after my friend.
Oh, good. My disengage will work better next time.
Okay, I'm sorry. How many feet did you move forward? Or what was that?
The 20-foot cube that exploded is difficult terrain, so it has half movement through that as it chases after my friend.
Gotcha.
I feel like a tethered goat at this point.
In Jurassic Park.
Quick blow it up because I'm stuck behind this tree.
I'm trying.
You are. You're doing great.
If Amogus was here, he'd be doing 40 damage per round. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. That was Pidge. Moka.
Okay. I'm assuming I don't have to move now since it's kind of moved and maybe I'm closer to it.
Yeah.
I can scoot a little bit.
Well, I definitely moved 30 feet towards y'all.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
Okay.
close enough. And your weapon is also... I guess
I can move my weapon 20 feet if needed. So I can move a little bit closer if it's not within, 60 feet
we'll say your Moka is roughly 30 feet away, and your hammer, you could just pull it back towards you 5 feet, and it would be right on it.
Okay.
Or
okay.
Maybe 10 feet.
Okay. So, without having to move, I am going to first do guiding bolt on one of the heads.
Okay.
And I rolled a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
And it deals 26 damage.
Ooh, and that head pops off.
Oh, poor head. It probably doesn't know that it's in the wrong place.
You could try free action, talking to it.
Nah. It's too far, I can't scream. Alright, and then as the bonus action, the spiritual weapon, I roll 15 plus 7.
That will hit.
Okay, and
Nice.
it deals 6 damage to another head. And that thing sucks.
I know, it's bonus damage. Anything is good. All right, Manford.
Manford, as he pulls out as he swings his rapier, tells the dragon, keeping 3 heads and leaving and never returning to injure or harm anyone is way better than leaving with no heads and being buried in the water. And I say it in Draconic.
And turning into my rug, because that's what I'm going to do to you.
I rolled a
full
19
cover.
with a 7 is a 26.
That will hit.
Some people have tiger rugs. Some people have hydra rugs.
8 points with my rapier.
Alrighty.
Disengage, move 30 feet and try to hide again behind cover. Sorry, disengage, not trying to hide, but disengage and try to get behind cover.
Okay. So it won't move half of its speed forward.
Thank you very much, Pidge.
You're welcome.
And I did warn it in Draconic.
Yeah. Fun fact, they don't speak languages.
Didn't know. Figured I'd take my shot.
Yeah, no, it was very polite of you. It was thorough. It has no appreciation for that thoroughness, though, as it just wants to nosh on your bones.
Yeah.
And I do
it's a
look over
monster.
at my frog friend, Frederick, and give him a little wink. And
You all watch as one of the heads that popped off, the floppy neck rises up and a new head emerges out from the wound that was left.
A baby head or full-grown head?
It's a full-grown, gross-looking head.
Oh man!
It's not like Deadpool. It doesn't
I
do a
guess we
little
have to
baby
target
head.
its heart now.
Gotta burn the stumps.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm not actually a combat wizard. I'm a transfiguration wizard. This is my most powerful spell.
It can't reach Manford, but it can reach
Yay.
a Moka.
Uh-oh.
If Crud
We
Jr.
drew
was
them
here,
back.
he would fireball this thing for you and singe the stumps, but I can't.
All right. It first attack is a 20.
Ow.
That hits you, right?
Yeah.
13 points of piercing damage. Head number 2 totally misses. Head number 3, 25 to hit.
Yep.
And another 13 points. And the last head number 4 also totally misses.
Okay.
And it thrashes and yells. And
That's not good.
Pidge.
I pop my head out from full cover. Am I at least, 120 feet or closer to this thing?
Oh, yeah, you're like 25 feet catty corner.
I'm going to move 35 feet away
Mm-hmm.
and try to hide and cover again. Can I have full
Good
cover, 3/4 cover, half cover?
Fish out of water. Sorry.
You can have 3/4.
Okay, so I have +5 bonus to AC and dexterity saving throws. That's good because my AC is 11. And then I explode the earth for 22 damage. Make a dexterity saving throw.
It takes all that damage. How many points?
22. That ends my turn.
Some more scales and hide get shaved off the side of it. Moka.
It went after Moka, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
You moved too far from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run 30 feet away from it.
Okay, it's going to take opportunity attacks.
Why would
But
it do that to for me?
You're the only one.
What if I use my sanctuary first and then run?
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. I'm not very good at fighting or running. I usually let people take all the damage and I just heal them occasionally.
Well, Sanctuary, I don't know that spell well. What does that do for you?
Yeah.
It wards me against attack. Any creature who targets me with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay.
It doesn't protect me from explosion or fireball. And also, I can't make any attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature. And it's a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. So what action do you want to take before that then?
So how to do the bonus action last? I can't do that one.
You can do the bonus action can kind of happen.
Okay. But the thing is, I won't have my sword anymore. I guess the sword thing, the spectral weapon doesn't do much damage.
Spiritual weapon is concentration. Sanctuary
is
not concentration. So no, you won't. Your spiritual weapon won't drop.
But I won't be able to use it because.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to hit with it because you're using your bonus action. That is
hit before you do that. Okay.
Well, I won't be able to hit with it at all without sanctuary not working anymore.
Oh, that's what I meant. If you hit it with sanctuary before you use sanctuary.
So can I use my spiritual weapon as like a regular action?
No, I think the spell says it's a bonus action, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Bonus.
So I can never use a bonus action as a regular action, right?
Right.
It's only either or.
So what you doing?
Okay, if I can use sanctuary before I run, I guess I can do. And it's a monster within reach.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna touch it and inflict wounds. Let's see.
Is that necrotic?
Yes, it's necrotic. But I only rolled 11 plus 7, so 18.
Only 18.
Only 18. I don't know.
Is that a cantrip?
It's a first level spell. The range is touch, casting time 1 action. It's instantaneous. Make a melee spell attack against a creature I can reach. On hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it. It's more just the rules on casting. I don't think you can do Sanctuary because it's a first level spell as a bonus action if you're casting another spell. If it was a cantrip and a bonus action, you could. Mechanics.
Wait, so I can't cast a spell and then as a bonus action do Sanctuary and then run?
Well, it's a spell, right? Like Sanctuary, it's not.
Oh, yeah, Sanctuary is a spell.
So, yeah, it'd be 2 different spells you were casting the same round.
Yeah, if it was a cantrip, you
So
could.
I think I've been messing up then, because the spiritual weapon's also a spell. It's a bonus.
Well, it stays
spell.
up.
It stays up, but I've been doing either inflict wounds or guiding bolt with it, and they're both spells.
But they're not. Yeah, but they're not concentration spells. You've been doing it fine. It's just in the same turn, you can't cast 2 spells. Like you can have 1 concentration spell still going because it was cast on a different turn.
Oh, I guess this one was fine. But sometimes I would cast 2 spells. Like I'll cast a spell and then I'll cast a spiritual weapon. I did that once, at least.
Well, now you know.
Now I know that I can't cast 2 spells, period.
Yeah, you can do a spell and a cantrip if the cantrip is a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, I guess I can use my mace.
Okay.
It does nothing. I don't even know what it does.
Okay, you smack it with your mace, and then you cast.
My mace.
Let me tell you what that does for me if you smack it with your mace.
Good
It
thing.
potentially gives me the opportunity for advantage. And I love advantage.
Okay, I smack it with my mace. I can add my proficiency bonus. I think I have proficiency in this. I don't know. To the attack roll, but I think I passed my attack, right? Okay, it does 1d6 plus 1.
Okay.
5 plus 1, so 6.
Okay. You whack it for 6 points.
Then I cast Sanctuary, and then I run away. Okay.
Okay. So it's gonna.
Oh, don't run away. Don't run away.
I'm gonna just get away from it. You can get closer.
It can't hurt you, is what I'm saying. If you stay there.
It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, right.
Okay. It failed its wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So
Woohoo.
it
And then,
looks around confused.
Okay. Great. Yeah. And then I'll be, I guess, 30 feet away from it. And the weapon will probably fall down because I have Sanctuary up.
Nope. It's still up. Not a concentration. Sanctuary is not concentration. Mansford.
Yes. Mansford would like to know if there's any chance that he can get a sneak attack in at this point, given the creature is looking around for Moka.
I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Maybe
a good
you
DM always says yes.
dive under the
Excellent.
water and then you like pop up
I
over
can't.
I can't dive under the water. I'm walking
Oh,
on
yeah.
water right now.
Jesus.
I rolled a 24, so I'm going to say
Yes.
that hits with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my sneak attack roll for dice, +4 on this roll. And I did not roll terribly. So that is 18 plus 4, 22 points. But I think we're fighting a losing battle, given that we're just doing damage to it, popping off heads, and they're regrowing.
It is not looking great. Its heads might be growing back, but it is taking a lot of damage. And
Gotcha.
And actually, one of its head. So now it's another head pops back through, all gross. Like it is back up to 4 heads, but it is still very bloodied. And I believe it is.
Oh, and can I use the disengage
You may.
as my bonus action? I will do that and try to get behind some cover 30 feet away.
Hey,
Okay.
no.
You've got
It's
Sanctuary
okay.
up.
It's going to hate me right now. It's okay. It saw me run away. It's not like you, who its wisdom lost track of.
All right. It's going to try to give chase, so it'll move. It's going to lose some of its speed because of the last bit of difficult terrain it's got to jet out of.
Okay.
So it stops about 5 feet from you as it kind of is searching around, trying to, with its heads all whipping this way and that. I'm going to see if it can perceive you.
I'm having this moment with the from Lord of the Rings when there's undead right near our little hobbit friend, and he's panicking behind a tree.
Yeah.
Or in a cave, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's exactly what's happening. This huge Hydra head comes over on one side of the tree. You can see its snout and it's sniffing, and another one on the other side. And then they both kind of pull back. It's hot breath just all around this tree. It's super intense, but it doesn't seem to be able to locate you.
Excellent.
Pidge.
I look out from my 3/4 cover and I look for the Hydra.
It's
How far
hard to
away from
miss.
me?
It's a house.
It is obviously searching for one of your companions.
How far away from me is it?
It's like 65 feet from where you...
That seems great. Boom! The earth erupts underneath it. It takes 19 damage unless it makes a dexterity saving throw.
It
DC
did.
16.
It got a nat 20.
Okay, then it
Oh,
takes
wow,
half
nice.
that, rounding down. 9 damage. So, and then I duck my head back behind my 3/4 cover. It's got difficult terrain in a 20-foot cube around it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm alive
Moka.
because of that difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm assuming it's near me as well, since my companion led him this way.
And the ground just blew up everywhere around you. Not harming you, but still. It's an intense situation.
Now I can't do any attacks without my sanctuary going away. I guess I'm gonna run away a little bit. And I'm gonna attack it, which breaks the sanctuary. I'm gonna do Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I rolled a 4, and it completely just misses it.
All right.
An unguided bolt, maybe.
Yeah, Unguided Bolt. Guiding Bolt, okay. And then, as the bonus action, since the spiritual weapon is still up, I'm gonna move it 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's actually not, it's only 20 feet, but hopefully that's close enough to hit the monster.
Yeah.
Roughly.
You're fine.
Okay. When it attacks,
Mm-hmm.
I rolled 18 to hit,
That will hit.
and it does 3 plus 7, 10 damage.
All right. It is not looking like this is the best day that it's ever had.
Okay.
Manford.
Oh, I want to go. I'm going to, how far away is it from me now?
I think you ran 30 feet, didn't you?
I did. And did it close on me or did it try to find me?
The snouts.
Oh.
It's 5 feet
25.
from you.
Yeah, that's
5
right.
feet.
It came up. Yeah.
Okay. If it's possible to do a sneak attack, I'll try. But if I can't, I'm just going to take a swing on it. And I'm assuming I'm the only person close to it, right?
Yeah, you can do
So
sneak
no
attack
advantage?
because it couldn't find you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. In that case, my 17 plus 7 with my rapier is a 24. And then a die 8 plus 4 die 6. And 2 1s. That's great. Okay. 18 points of damage. I've rolled a 1 in every damage roll so far.
Aw.
Multiple dice.
Okay. It looks so bad. It's barely staying up on its feet. It keeps flopping to the ground. It can't keep all of its heads up.
I do try to disengage and move away from my friends, like drawing its attention. Disengaging, but trying to keep the dragon's attention, or the creature's attention now.
Okay. So it turns to try to give chase. It's in difficult terrain. So it sort of like flounder flops through all these brambles and stuff that have cropped up. It reaches out with its heads to try to snap at you, but you're just barely too far from it. Pidge.
With my last spell slot, I pop my head out from 3/4 cover and I scream, Bakuhatsu! Which means explosion! And then, boom, 12 damage. Dex saving throw 16. So if you can roll 16 or above.
It only has 3 hit points, so even if it did okay on its dex save, there's an explosion, and what kind of explosion? Is it more of the
earth erupts underneath this thing, and pillars of ground, I guess, like a fly and a pin, like a butterfly display. They raise the defeated Hydra 30 feet into the air, and it slumps down onto the spire of earth.
Yes, and its head's all draped down. It kind of, its weight pulls it down further onto this cone of earth, and you have defeated the Hydra.
Wow.
Woo! Pidge asks to borrow that knife I saw you had earlier.
And
here you go.
I would like to get myself a Hydra hide.
Yep, Hydra hide.
As you guys collect yourselves after the battle, you see Frederick kind of steps out from behind a tree that was still that 150 feet back.
Right.
And he starts shouting out, and you start to see just the occasional bullywug face pop out from behind a tree, and you can see a small community starts to carefully creep forward, and Frederick steps forward and starts like making hand gestures and croaking sounds towards you guys, and there's nodding heads, and then there's cheers, and just no ability to share language at all, but you kind of get the gist of like, they're okay with this. They're good. There's not very many of them. There's like 15.
Oh, wow.
And these looks particularly squishy.
Oh, wow. Well, I know we don't have the communication skill, but I try to explain that I'm looking for any remnants of the creatures that were kidnapped and eaten by this creature that I could take back to town. I know that's a complex idea, but I'm willing to take a lot of time to try to work with them on that.
Give me a performance check.
You bet.
Yeah.
You could just stab
Performance.
the stomach of this monster and rummage through that.
I rolled a 16 total, and I think I'm not above that in this particular situation. But I have a feeling it's been a long time since we were summoned and we took rides that the digestive tract is probably empty.
Yeah, there's not, I mean, there's stuff spilling out of it. You could go through that and see if there's any goodies. But with the 16, you're able to kind of get the idea across. And there is a little cache of supplies. I mean, there's no, like, good stuff, because these were just, like, fishermen.
I just wanted some...
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted something to take back to the mayor. Yeah, absolutely.
There's some clothing, some fishing tackle, stuff you would expect on
Sure.
the kinds. But you're able to retrieve all of that. You can, however much Hydra you feel like you can carry.
I specifically, as a shoemaker, would like its skin with which to make shoes. And a rug. So there's a lot of skin here.
Yeah.
And I would like to help with that in any way I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Frederick, he'll help out too. He kind of gets what you're going for there. So you can have, as long as you get it properly tanned, you're all welcome to some Hydra hide.
Excellent.
Nice.
To do with what you will.
Yes.
It is big
Pidge
enough.
will be the best shoemaker in all the land. That's what my character wants.
Okay.
Some cool
I
armor.
don't know. Hydra slaying seems like a good thing. Armor would be cool. Yeah. I definitely would be interested. I guess I can't wear hide armor, but that's interesting.
We could do like a soft leather, maybe.
Soft leather. Okay.
I mean, just for flavor. You could.
Yeah, definitely. Part of killing a Hydra, I definitely would like that for my ego boost.
Yeah.
And love to wear something from it.
And maybe Pidge could help you out with some Hydra boots.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I make boots.
Yes. Yeah.
I
got gold.
Does Moka want to put in any Hydra hide order here?
No, thank you.
Not even like a belt? A belt?
A purse?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Michael Kors style. Or maybe you could upgrade from that crap to a real purse. Something nice.
Yeah.
Like
I
an
don't know,
actual
Fendi.
nice one or like brand
Like a
name?
Fendi. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Fendi fan, so there you go.
I don't know what you're talking about. My
I
husband
once
made
found
my
myself
purse.
in Oahu, and while I was there, I drugged my wife to the Fendi store because it was rumored they had one more of the blue $60,000 Fendi bags for that season. And it was so sad they didn't have it. It was sold.
Heartbreaking.
Yes.
If you're ever in Las Vegas, there's a mall there, and the mall has, you're nodding. I was there
Oh, yeah.
a year ago, and I was just walking through the mall looking at the $10,000 purses. Like, these stores have only like 5 items for sale in the store, and they're on like pillars, like a museum display case.
That's at Caesar's
which
Palace.
mall? Is it
it's
between
inside a...
Caesar and Bellagio?
The Bellagio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed in the Bellagio last October, a couple months ago.
So you
That's
saw
nice.
the mall with, and I was like looking at that store, and then there's me outside the store, not going in, not gonna knock anything over.
Yeah.
Took a picture.
I took into the store. I asked the clerk, and he looked at me and he goes, "Oh no, we sold it." And I go, "Oh, I fell in love with that purse when I saw it in the September issue." And he goes, "Oh, I know that full page ad." And my wife was so embarrassed because the two of us nerded out about this Fendi purse. It was the coolest thing ever. Just saying.
Yeah.
Is it man purse or purse?
No, it's purse.
Oh.
I love women's fashion. And my daughter and I didn't have much to connect on when we adopted her. And over time, she became a really good artist. And we didn't click well at times, but I didn't know anything about art. So I got the September issue one year, and we sat down and went through the whole thing, and we marked it up together, what we liked and what we didn't and why. And she taught me about art, and I told her about what my tastes were. And then every issue we would do that with the magazine for years.
That's cool. Yeah. That's very sweet.
So it reminds you of your daughter.
It does. It does.
Well, now you can have an in-game Hydra purse to also remind you of your out-of-game daughter.
I'll take a backpack. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah. A messenger
but
bag.
Shoes. Definitely shoes.
Oh, yeah. I specifically took Fabricate as my only 4th level spell because... Well, I can cast Erupting Earth at 4th level, and also I can fabricate shoes instantly.
There you go. All right. Well, you have ended this adventure successfully.
Yay!
Saved what was left of the Bullywog tribe and kept more people from getting eaten.
I definitely want to take back a couple of beignets to the mayor when we check in with him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Today we were joined by Pidge.
Bye-bye.
Moka.
Bye-bye.
And Manford.
Gig 'em, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. You can find more adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, all one word, podcast. We have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Go to redbubble.com and search for works from your favorite characters in the store Fire Breathing K. You can get a detective's notepad with your favorite character or the Fire Breathing Kittens logo on it. FirebreathingKittensPodcast.com has links to topics that may interest you, such as a wikia with entries for different characters, a Reddit page where you can discuss the episodes with other listeners, and more.